Some brand new behind-the-scenes set videos have been released for the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie. In today's video, we're going over all the new footage of the pizzerias in the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie, minor details of a scene described with a specific animatronic, and what future teases we can expect. If you want to show your support, consider subscribing. It's absolutely free, supports the channel, and really gives me an insight into how many of you enjoy watching my content. I want to implement more animations into my videos, and seeing the community's response would be really beneficial towards the channel. Okay, I'm done yapping. Let's just jump right into the video. 4 creators had the opportunity to return back to the Five Nights at Freddy's movie set and vlog the exterior pizzeria locations for the movie. Dawko, Baz, 8-Bit Ryan, and Raz all released new videos with the pizzerias, giving us a full closer look at the designs. All vlogs will be linked below, so please go check them out. The most exciting parts have to be the small interior displays of the FNaF 2 pizzeria, where they were able to physically walk into the restaurant. The details in the glass pane for the animatronics do give us a closer idea what an unwithered mango would actually look like. The glass is so finely detailed and very reminiscent of the glass pane from the first movie. The inside has a large toy Freddy face at the entrance on the tile floors, stars surrounding the door with a glossy frost effect, and 3 door archways. We pretty much covered the outside in my previous video, which you should go watch, but we actually can see many more angles of the pizzeria and how much attention to detail the second location was given. There are actually plenty of posters inside the pizzeria as well, but the main one, at least for me, is the Faz Fest poster from the previous movie's pizzeria. In my last video, I discussed how the Faz Fest poster leak was actually going to be a flashback scene in the movie, to which I could still see this as the case. The first location pizzeria was also a part of the vlogs, which this time around is more of a facade with green screens covering the outside to expand the restaurant. The major details come closer to the doors, where several posters are seen related to Faz Fest. Now, there are 1 or 2 ways you could simply interpret this. Mike, Abby, and Vanessa will come back to this location to see in-universe fans of Freddy's and how they created an entire festival event in celebration of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Or this could still be a flashback sequence to show the aftermath of the missing child incident. Freddy's closes, then the second location is open for the new and improved Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria grand reopening. This means the first movie's pizzeria is another reopening later on in time that was renewed from the original pizzeria's murders. Honestly, either way, I'm just so glad Dawko, Raz, Baz, and 8-Bit Ryan were able to revisit the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie set, and I'm so looking forward to future vlogs with all the animatronics. This next section probably won't be as long, but it looks like the hype for the new animatronics have surpassed expectations and are direct one-to-one models from the games. The toy animatronics were literally described as perfect, towering over everyone, meaning they are absolutely massive, and the texture gives them a specific look like enlarged toys with their plasticky shine. There are also new animatronics that could not be discussed, as they do pertain to heavy spoilers. We can only assume what other animatronics they would have to wait for. Most likely until either the first trailer is released for the movie, or even for the spoiler vlog. Now, for the scene itself, Raz expressed his favorite new animatronic is now Mangle. Mangle is described to be the size of a mini car, and Raz explained how this scene being filmed is absolutely insane. Now, there are no details what the scene is. I really think Mangle will have a more spider-like mobility approach, and either this scene entails an intense chase sequence, or Mangle could be crawling around all over the ceiling. Either way, I'm so excited to see Mangle in action, especially knowing the puppeteers from Foxy have doubled or nearly tripled for Mangle. The last detail I wanted to share was the size comparison of the pizzerias. The original Five Nights at Freddy's movie pizzeria was one soundstage, whereas this second pizzeria has a much larger scale, being 3 to 4 times the size. Clearly, the extra budget for the movie went towards the pizzeria itself, the crazy animatronic cast, and possibly even more hidden Easter eggs throughout the sequel. The final news we have for today's video is some of the most mind-blowing photos we've received teasing the FNaF 2 movie. Some of the craziest reveals occurred over on Dawko's channel, where he hosted a charity livestream event to raise money towards the LA wildfire relief. Universal, Blumhouse, and Scott allowed Dawko to reveal 3 behind-the-scene photos from the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie. I want to go ahead and make a separate video discussing possible theories, but wanted to share these photos here. First up, we have a photo of the toy Freddy animatronic face in the entrance of the pizzeria. We saw this face during the vlogs in a rundown Freddy's, but here we can actually see the floors are very clean, meaning we will see the new pizzeria actually opened. The second photo is actually a really cool children's toy labeled as a Faz Talker featuring Toy Freddy again. There's many ways you can interpret what this item will be used for in the movie. Was this an item on the prize counter you could win with tickets, or in this case Faz coins? Or will this be used as a pivotal plot point to the movie? The final photo, personally my favorite one, shows the director Emma Tommy along with Elizabeth Lail playing Vanessa and the one and only Matthew Lillard. Look how much aura William has standing on just those stairs. I have so many thoughts about what this one image could mean for the movie, especially the fact this is clearly a flashback scene either occurring during FNaF 1 or even further into the past where Vanessa could be reliving a memory during her coma. My excitement for this movie has absolutely peaked knowing we're getting flashback scenes in general and to just explore more into William Afton's different personas. I'm looking forward to theorizing in an upcoming video, so you better subscribe so you don't miss out. Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie releases December 5th, 2025. I hope you all enjoyed the video. This was meant to be very short, but I just wanted to cover the main points in Dawko, Raz, Baz, and Ryan's videos. Again, everything will be linked below. Thank you all so much for the support. Make sure to comment down below your thoughts. I'm very interested to know what your reactions to the new pizzeria exterior and interior designs are, the possible reveals of the toy animatronics, Mangle coming to life, FazFest, and just about everything relating to this FNaF movie sequel. Thank you all so much for watching. See you all in the next one. Bye! The Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie is almost done filming, and we have some exciting news for what we can expect for the sequel. Today we're going over new photos of the latest pizzeria design, both from the first and now second movie, dissecting a brand new scene for the movie and how this could fit into the overall narrative, analyzing some potential behind the scenes set photos from these lovely YouTubers, and so much more. If you want to show your support, consider subscribing. It's absolutely free, supports the channel, and you could even like the video if you like it. Also, comment down below your thoughts. Okay, I'm done yapping. Let's just jump right into the video. Five Nights at Freddy's is already having such a big year with the anticipation for new games, new books, trailers, and set photos and cast being publicly released for the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie. First up, we have the release of Stillwell Studios' next FNaF installment, Secret of the Mimic. Still no official date has been announced. We've received a teaser trailer back in August and just now recently had an update to Help Wanted 2 featuring brand new gameplay as an even further teaser for the game. Moving on to summer, we have the release of the Dead by Daylight and FNaF collaboration, which I'm very excited to play. It's going to be very interesting what characters we get as killers and survivors, and even a map. And even if this branded DLC will be focusing on either the movie adaptation or even the games. I think it would make the most sense for Springtrap, but I could definitely see the Yellow Rabbit, Matthew Lillard's William Afton. Then we still have Click Team's 5 Laps at Freddy's, which from Dawko's charity stream is going to be an even crazier launch, with the mention of Edwin Murray into the game's lore and obviously the connection to Midnight Motorist. Then to conclude the year with the Five Nights at Freddy's movie sequel, which we're gonna be talking about today. Starting off for today has to be the most exciting new information on the movie, which is the reveal of the new pizzeria sign sign and restaurant. I quickly went over some photos on my previous short, but we're actually going to dive a little deeper into these photos and analyze any potential theories. As we can tell, the pizzeria is very much dressed as the game's interpretation, being extremely run down and much older than the first movie's pizzeria. In the games, this new pizzeria with a grand reopening is actually considered a prequel. The first FNaF game to be released is actually in the future, with the second FNaF game being in the past. This means the restaurant was operating way before the first movie's building. Long story short, this pizzeria is old. Looking closer at the photos, we can actually physically see the decrepit old structure with a lot more vegetation. Vines surrounding the pizzeria, some discoloration with the physical building, cracks in the pillars rusting all around the front. I mean, the sign itself, as amazing as it is to see the toy animatronics in a cartoony artistic style, is worn out and falling apart. Now taking a look at the previous pizzeria, it's abandoned now with the same defects, just obviously with less age. I'm hoping Blumhouse is able to create the same teaser image that was previously released for the first movie, with Abby holding Golden Freddy's hand. As for now, we can assume Mike, Abby, and Vanessa will definitely be investigating this second location. I'm curious if we do get flashback scenes, if the flashbacks will specifically focus on being in 1987 when the FNaF 2 pizzeria is open. That way we can actually see the restaurant alive and all the original withered animatronics. Either way, I'm very happy with the design of the second Freddy's location and to see these animatronics walking around in the real world. The other day, while I was trying to figure out what type of video to make for the week, Dawko, Baz, 8-Bit Ryan, and Raz all posted on their social media with the big man Scott Cawthon himself. The photos are harmless, but definitely feels like we're going to be getting some more behind the scene footage like the first movie. Each creator had the opportunity to release 2 videos, one before the movie released with no spoilers, just mainly the reveal of the animatronics. Then the second part heavily shows off spoilers from the movie. Looking at Baz, we can clearly see he's wearing a lanyard with a badge, possibly giving them access on the movie set. I know, this is very clearly speculation, but I really do hope Scott and Blumhouse were able to give them this amazing opportunity again to experience the behind the scenes of the movie. Who knows? There's hopefully still some potential for other specific YouTubers making an appearance. I guess we'll find out when the film releases. I just want to say real fast, anything to ruin the movie itself, I will not be discussing. I know people in the community want that next big reveal so they can upload right away with some breaking news, but we have to remember to remain respectful. That's just my little 2 cents before this last piece of news. The final topic of conversation within the community is a Faz festival scene making its way into the movie. As crazy as it sounds, someone was able to get plenty of photos of an open market featuring Freddy Fazbear's Pizza merchandise and posters. I'm very curious what this scene will depict in the movie, as this poster reads that this event is created by fans of the actual physical restaurant for the fans of the pizzeria. It seems that Freddy Fazbear's Pizza has a dedicated in-universe fan base, even with the brutal murders and disappearances. I gotta say, this is very exciting. The concession stands with pizza and costumes, masks, hats, and shirts. Is there a big enough community of the franchise that Mike, Abby, and Vanessa actually have to investigate? Or will this actually be taking place in the past? I'm wondering if this is going to be a major flashback scene with the grand reopening of the Freddy Fazbear restaurant. My main theory I've compiled together is that it is in fact a flashback scene relating to the grand reopening of the new and improved Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. We may actually even get introduced to a young Henry and William Afton. Well, most likely Henry, especially if William was a suspect in the kids disappearing. He really wouldn't be a part of it. This is a celebration scene, and I wouldn't be surprised if they even bring out a toy animatronic. My guess, if they had to choose an animatronic, would have to be the new and improved Toy Freddy, who would be most likely walking around or greeting guests. This would also be an insane way to have multiple YouTuber cameos. I'm very interested in how the festival will play out, but the most logical and sensible way to fit this in the storyline would be a flashback. It's so crazy because no matter when this takes place, the murders at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza have already happened. I'm just super excited for this movie to come out, and hopefully soon some new teasers and trailers will finally be releasing very soon. Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie releases December 5th, 2025. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Thank you all so much for the support. Make sure to comment down below your thoughts. I'm very interested to know what your reactions to the new pizzeria sign is, the animatronics, behind the scene photos, and just about everything. Thank you all so much for watching. See you all in the next one. Bye! Hi everyone, how's it going? Angelo here. CinemaCon 2025 is happening right now with some very exciting movie announcements premiering in 2025 and 2026. With that, a brand new Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie teaser has officially been revealed. I'm very excited. No more yapping. Let's just jump right into the video. Okay. Here we go. Huh? Oh?
Welcome back. Are you ready?
Oh my god, okay, that's William Afton. Oh, the festival?
5, 4,
Gone to fix my friends.
They're out there, Mike.
2,
Oh, Bonnie!
1.
Everywhere.
Are we in a school? Oh my! Oh, that's my Freddy and Bonnie! Balloon boy! Oh my, there's Springtrap right there.
Time.
What? That's my Freddy at the end! No way! Okay, wait. Okay. We gotta go back. Okay. I have collected myself. We're gonna quickly go through this. I'm probably gonna make an actual, like, main video fully analyzing this trailer because there is a lot of hidden things. But we're just gonna quickly skim it over. Okay, first things first is this poster is exactly from the first FNaF movie. So that's cool. I'm assuming that we're going back to the other location, maybe for a little bit. I know like the facade wasn't as big, so I don't know. But the first poster is back. Okay, let's continue on. Next shot. Okay, so this of the endoskeleton, I believe this has to be Mangle just by the eye colors alone. And I don't know, I feel like this is the endoskeleton that's actually, you know, exposed the most in FNaF, so.
Welcome back.
Okay.
Are you
Welcome
ready?
back. Okay, so welcome back. That is definitely, here, let me put on captions. I'm analyzing it, so here, let's go back. Okay, the welcome back, this is definitely Matthew Lillard, so this is William Afton, and I'm assuming he's saying welcome back because he's talking to a bunch of kids. He has to be in the Yellow Rabbit outfit, in the spring lock suit. This is probably like, what, probably like Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria, or it's even the Fredbear Family Diner, who knows. But yeah, that's definitely Matthew.
Start the show.
Okay, so then we're taken to the carnival. Well, this is Faz Fest, which we've seen photos of. Everybody is dressed up. I mean, we got some Bonnie ears. I think is this Foxy ears too. A lot of like food themes. The wheel has Freddy, has the cupcake Bonnie.
Count with me now.
There's like fast. Okay, and this is the second location, but let's go back to this. I don't think there's much left in here. No, the background's pretty blurry, so we can't really exactly see much.
Count with me now.
Okay, count with me now. Yeah, so he's definitely talking to the kid. Who knows if this is the main kids that he ends up murdering? I don't know. Okay, so Abby now is at the new location, which also, this is a great shot. That's awesome. And just to think that Taco and I got the visit. Okay, anyways. This December. Oh. Okay, gone to fix my friends. So clearly Abby has gone back, whether it's the spirits of the children telling her to go back to the new location, maybe, because she just knows that like something's wrong with them, something's up, something's going on.
And then, yep, and then here's Mike. Mike is freaking out because he knows exactly what Abby's doing.
They're out there, Mike.
Okay, and Vanessa's back. Yeah, they're out there. Oh no. I wonder if this is implying that like the kids' spirits, they're still stuck. I don't know. Okay. Oh, okay. And then so here we go. We got a clear look at Bonnie. Not really a clear look, but Bonnie looks so sick.
Where? Oh, that's gonna be so cool. Oh, okay. And then we have someone pressing Showtime. I don't know if this is Mike's arm. I feel like this has to be William Afton. This gives me William Afton vibes.
Okay. And so now we have a teacher. We're in a school, which first off, watching the trailer, we see that it's Tori Chica. This implies the FNaF simulator, FNaF 6, or no, not FNaF 6, FNaF Ultimate Custom Night, where Toy Chica is in the high school and kind of explains like William's, oh my gosh, what is...
And then Toy Chica looks great. Right, this is Toy. Yeah, this is definitely Toy Chica. I think. Let me go frame by frame. The teacher is freaking out. I mean, I would be freaking out too. Oh wait, let me go back. I think this is definitely yeah, it's Toy Chica. Clearly, I was like, could this be Shrink That? No, it's Toy Chica. Oh no. Okay. Why are they just free roaming around? Yeah, and then she breaks through the glass and then grabs him. Oh no, this has definitely got to be Abby's school. So, oof, I don't know why they're coming to the school. It looks like, I think in the trailer they're also going towards their house. So, yeah. Oh, and then she's walking away. I think she's still in the supply closet. We'll get to Mangle. Mangle is a big one. And then yeah, I think yeah. So she's still in the supply closet. We can see like the mop. Is that a speed limit sign? Okay, let's continue on. And yep, and then we got Mangle. Okay, and then yeah, then we got Mangle, which I believe this is definitely gonna be CGI. Maybe. Oh, they're back. Got Mike, Abby, and Vanessa in the house. Let's see.
Okay, so Mangle definitely looks very practical, which we know Mangle is gonna be practical. And then yeah, that's definitely CGI through the glass, but oh yeah, okay, when we were right about the eyes, especially with the exposed endoskeleton, Mangle's gonna be such a big threat. Mangle's gonna be so cool. Wow. Okay, just want to go back. Look at that, crazy. Yeah, I'd be scared too. I'd be pooping my pants. Okay, anyways, okay, so yeah, so they're invading their house. We got Toy Freddy here, opening the garage. Okay, so I initially, when I saw this, I thought that was a drumstick. Because, well, actually, no. Why would it be a drumstick? I was assuming, like, yeah, Bonnie plays the guitar. I mean, the drums. No, Bonnie doesn't. I think, is it a screwdriver? I think Bonnie's holding a screwdriver. Okay, Bonnie looks so good. Okay, oh, this is a random family. Don't know what's happening here, but definitely one of the animatronics is about to do something. And then, okay, so here we go. We got some Matthew Lillard. We got William Afton. End of a hallway. Don't know if this is the actual house. This seems more of like a haunting, like a hallucination, especially with the way the doors are opening. Yeah, it's giving. Okay, yeah, especially with this scene right after, even though this could be a different, like, I guess a different. This is just an awkward like segue to be looking in this dark hallway, unless this is what Vanessa is seeing, and she is hallucinating. Which, I mean, she did come out of a coma, so that's how I think that we're gonna be seeing a lot of the flashbacks with William Afton is through Vanessa's coma. Yeah, okay, and she pulls out the gun, and then, okay, here we go, Balloon Boy, an actual Balloon Boy, not just a toy. So, don't know what Balloon Boy is going to be doing. Definitely going to be the most annoying character in the movie. I was about to say the show, or the game. Oh, he looks so great. Okay, and then here we go. Oh, okay, I don't know if this is Springtrap. Obviously, clearly, this is William Afton. I don't know if it's Springtrap, if it's a flashback. I don't know what's up with this one. Because I feel like if it was Springtrap, they would make him slightly more green.
Like, because obviously he's a rotting corpse.
Oh, but that's just so cool. And then, oh, okay. And then here we go. Okay, I forgot his name, but he's from Chucky. And is this Mangle? Is this Mangle murdering him from the ceiling? I mean, it could be a Wither, but I don't think it's gonna be a Wither. No, this has got to be Mangle. Mangle's the only one that's on the ceiling. Oh, that's gonna be brutal. Oh, okay. What is this? Okay.
Who is driving right now? Okay, this gives me Vanessa vibes.
And something is Mangle chasing Vanessa in a car? Okay, okay, here we go. And then we got pretty much the family back. We got Abby, Mike, and Vanessa. I don't know what they're looking at. Is this probably Mangle chasing them, or the animatronics are most likely invading their house? Showtime. Yeah, okay. The William Afton in the background, and then this is McKenna Grace. Don't know who she's playing, but it looks like she's about to be taken out by an animatronic. Okay, and then we got the official logo, Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Oh, it looks so great. And then Toy Freddy. Okay, let's look at Toy Freddy real fast. Yup, just walking around fast like nothing's happening. Is crazy. Everyone's so happy. I don't know if this, I mean, it can't be a flashback. This has to be in the present day. So obviously someone made the toys, but don't know if like the word, just Toy Freddy looks so good. And they're massive. Just look at the size difference. Okay, and I have if I have the picture, here is the photo of Jason Blum dressing up as Toy Freddy on stage at CinemaCon 2025 for the Universal presentation. Boom! If it's there, it's there. Okay, continue. Oh my god, it looks so good. Only in theaters too. Only in theaters is amazing. So it's not gonna go straight to Peacock. No streaming services. So hopefully, I'm hoping this is going to be another very successful movie. I'm very excited. And then, okay, yes, I did see this right. So written by Scott Cawthon. I don't believe the first one was written only by Scott Cawthon. Directed by Emma Tommy. Yes, we obviously know Emma was returning, but Scott Cawthon definitely wanted to take the sequel, make sure nothing went wrong, and for him to write it, also the amount of like critiques that he's been listening to, like with the entire fan base, with like more horror and just, I don't know, just everything that like FNaF 1 wasn't successful at, he's paying attention to. So him writing this is insane. Oh wow, I'm so very excited. Okay, I think that's pretty much all I have for this video. I'm gonna make an actual full video, I think going more in depth on where I think the story will go. But I mean, as of right now, I hope you enjoyed. I am excited. I hope you're excited. I'm freaking out, and that's me. All right, bye.
Freddy Fazbear's Pizza.
Okay.
Definitely not the Freddy's I remember.
You're thinking of the franchise location. This is the original. No
Oh, the
one's been
puppet!
here for decades. Some little girl got murdered here.
Charlie! Puppet!
Do you guys hear that?
Hear what?
Oh, the music box! Huh? This is so exciting.
Oh my god, they're
So
cooking.
this is what it's like? Being normal?
I think we've come pretty
Vanessa and Mike on a
far,
date?
considering what we've been through.
How's Abby?
Some days she's good. Some days she misses her
Oh my,
friends.
she's making mini
This
ones.
story that you're gonna fix those animatronics,
Oh, the fast talker.
only giving her false hope.
Can any of you hear me?
Yep, it's a spirit box.
Help us. Come find us.
Ah!
We'll show you the way.
Oh my god, the pizzeria looks great. Toy Chica. Oh, Mangle. Okay, we're definitely getting VHS vibes. This puppet.
Where?
He's left. Oh my God, is that? There's a puppet. Oh my! Ah, there's so much going on.
Where are you gonna run?
Balloon boy, Mangle's in the car. Is this?
I'm not done with you.
Is that a yellow rabbit? That wasn't Springtrap. What? The FNaF 2 pizzeria looks so sick.
There's no way.
No way. What? Whoa, okay. Okay, there's a lot here. There's a lot to unpack. All right, I'm just gonna watch it one more time with captions. That's my reaction. That's the video that's going up. Okay, one more time with captions. This is insane.
Fazbear's Pizza. Definitely not the Freddy's I remember.
You're thinking of the franchise location.
The franchise location.
Is the original. No one's
Oh
been
my
here for
God, the
decades.
puppet. Okay, yeah, VHS. This is so cool what they're doing.
Got murdered here.
Oh my,
Did you guys hear that?
I love the puppet. My favorite character. If you guys have watched this channel, you know the puppet is my favorite. The marionette. This music box adaptation, like the way they're doing this is so cool. I want to know how they're... Okay, grinding, but that's just like, you know, gears.
So this is what it's like? Being normal?
I think we've come.
I think they are. I think they are on a date.
Considering what we've been through.
I think Vanessa has to be going through flashbacks.
Some days she's good. Some days
She's building miniature versions of the animatronics.
This story that you're gonna fix those animatronics?
Fix the
You're giving her
animatronics.
false hope.
Huh.
Can any of you hear me?
I'm interested how she obtains this. Oh my God, it's just the way everything is presented is just... Look at that, that looks so scary.
I will show you the way.
The grandfather clock, okay. Okay, we got Toy Chica.
Oh no.
Mangle is in the VHS of this. Okay, I can't, I don't want to stop it. We're just... The puppet's right there.
Where?
I have to pause it though at some of these scenes. Okay. Oh my God, he's luring them. We're gonna see him luring the children.
They're out there, Mike.
The puppet.
Where?
And yeah, we're gonna see him lure them.
Everywhere.
And the oh my God, the marionette. Oh, I went too far. I pressed the wrong button. My bad. Oh my God. And it looks so good.
Everywhere.
Vanessa is definitely haunted. Okay, this is the fall, like the festival, Faz Fest. Toy Check is just, and then the balloon boy is just going around. Mangle is on a car, and okay, so this is not look, yeah, he's not burnt. He's not burnt at all. So okay, this is just Yellow Rabbit. I don't know if Vanessa's having hallucinations.
Not them.
I don't even know what that was. He was. Oh yeah, no, she has to be. She's having hallucinations. Yeah, no, but he's burnt. No, that's not Springtrap. That was Withered Foxy. Withered Foxy. That's so sick.
Done with you.
What?
Okay, yeah, FNaF 2 Office.
There's no way that'll work.
The camera angles and the way he's just directly. Oh my God, the way the mask illuminates. Okay, wait. And he does. He puts the mask on. Look at that! Oh my God, it withered. Okay. And then there's a withered Bonnie. Oh, and the way they didn't break their. And then Blumhouse, Universal, Scott, Emma Tommy. Oh my God, amazing! Buying my tickets now. I can't, but I'll buy my tickets now.
The Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie trailer has officially released online. I already uploaded my initial reaction to the trailer this morning, so right now we're actually gonna go ahead and analyze the entire trailer, find any hidden Easter eggs, any secrets, and maybe do a little bit of theorizing what the movie story could be.
Okay, I'm done yapping. So the van, so we're definitely getting the kind of like paranormal aspect. What is it? The I see dead? I see dead people. Okay, so we got paranormal investigators, and this is kind of giving me a bit of Ruin vibes, right? With the van, blue van. I don't know, that I could just be yapping too much. All right, let's go. Okay, so we're on the outside of the facility. I mean, there's not much really for the van to do.
Freddy Fazbear's Pizza.
Oh my god, it looks so good!
Definitely not the Freddy's I remember.
You're thinking of the franchise
Okay, so you're thinking of the franchise location. Interesting.
location. This is the original.
The original. Okay, so in the movie, look. For the movie trailer, so this is the original look. Oh my god, there's so many puppets. There's so many puppets. Oh my, I want them.
Also, okay, there's a river. Okay, so we're getting,
Watching the trailer at the beginning, we definitely do get the kind of like Pirates Cove vibe, but it's like a log like flume.
Nobody's been here for decades.
Okay, but anyways, so nobody's been here for decades. This is the original location. So the location we had in the first FNaF movie is the franchise location. Okay, and then we're getting the VHS vibes. Okay, Balloon Boy. This is a very decrepit, old Balloon Boy. Also, I love the recording aspect, the VHS type like style videos we get for FNaF from like fan content. But this isn't the animatronic version of Balloon Boy. This is definitely the wooden version, and it's clearly very different. So I don't think this one comes to life. Okay, yeah, so this is where I'm thinking this is a ball pit, but it makes it obviously look like the ocean, and then you have a pirate ship. So it's so freaking cool. I want to be here. Well, not with the murders, but okay, and now we have the toy animatronics under tarps. Don't know why I'm so excited about this. Toy Freddy is humongous. Like, I know Chica is in like the background, and so is Bonnie, but like Freddy's massive.
Some little girl got murdered here.
Some little girl got murdered here. Okay, so we are talking about Charlie. Charlie is definitely present in this movie, and I think we do actually see the actor. We see the actress. So, oh my god, I love the puppet. Wow, okay, so we got some toys here, and we got the puppet plushie, you got Toy Freddy. It just, oh my, it just looks so good. Just the details to this. And just the way they're doing the VHS, like, aspect. And then, okay, look at this. Like, look at this tunnel. Look at this cave. Like, where is it? Is this in the entrance of the facility? Like, what? Of the restaurant? Like, and there's so many puppets.
Do you guys hear that?
Okay. Yeah, do you guys hear that? Yeah, I do. That's the grandfather clock.
Hear what?
Okay. And then being like, okay, so I will say this. Okay, so McKenna Grace, whoever, you know, is whatever the name of the character is being lured into like a basement where the puppet's music box is actually, so it's not in the prize corner. But I gotta say, this gear room, it makes a lot more sense. I like it, especially in like a movie sense. Just the oh my god, the mechanism, oh, and then the puppet comes from. Okay, I don't know this too. I don't know if the puppet murders her. Like, I don't. Okay, and then we got not Fall Fest. We got Faz Fest. Okay, this is what, but like, and then they're on a date. You guys are just casually on a date. I mean, hey.
Pretty far, considering what we've been through.
Okay, so Vanessa definitely has PTSD. We know that. Okay, so what is Abby building here? So Abby is literally building miniature versions of the animatronics, which, first off, I don't know how the heck she's doing this. Also, I'm forgetting to look around like the background. My monitor is a little dark, so I may miss a couple things, but I don't think I missed anything like kind of like back here. I think I saw everything that was presented to me properly. I got like the puppet. Okay, where was I? Let's go back to right here. Okay.
Some days she's good. Some days she misses her.
Okay, so we got Chica, and then is that an Endo 2? In Chica? Or am I going crazy?
But that's insane that...
Oh, we got a little rabbit right here. Yeah, okay, so she still obviously has like all of her like arts and crafts, which, you know.
Friends.
And then, okay, here we go. So whoa, is this supposed to be, is this Freddy or is this Golden Freddy? I think looking at my monitor, this looks like Freddy, but the way they're holding hands gives me the same vibes of, what was it, the first teaser for the FNaF movie? This is definitely Freddy, right? Like the color, oh, they're fishing. And then obviously, oh, okay, so red cheeks, first off, this gives me the impression that this is very clearly Toy Chica, because regular Chica doesn't have red cheeks, unless I am completely missing something. This has to be Toy Chica. Also, there's no beak. I just realized that, no beak. There's normal Freddy, normal Foxy, you have Bonnie, but is this Toy Bonnie? Okay, yeah, that one right there, that one up there. Okay, that's definitely Toy Bonnie. Huh. Yeah, oh, okay, so this is normal Bonnie, yeah. Oh, is this when they're, like, all laying down? This is when they're all laying down, but now you got the toys up here. Oof, okay.
This story that you're gonna...
Also, I gotta say, wallpaper, they're in a different house. Just putting it out there. The story that you're gonna fix those animatronics. So, okay, so Mike is convincing her that they're going to fix the animatronics. Don't know if this implies that, like, I don't think they're gonna physically fix them. I assume they're going to, like, you know, the spirit-wise, I don't know, put them back together, you know?
But also, okay,
there's definitely a bunny right there. And, okay, and then we have Abby with the Faz Talker.
It's only giving her false hope.
False hope. Okay, so Mike, what are you doing, buddy? But okay, what does this say? Faz Talker. Oh gosh, I can't read that on my monitor.
Oh wait, interaction device.
It says Faz Talker interaction device.
Any of you hear me?
I mean, we already called this from the beginning. This is going to also, I love just the practicality of all of this. Yeah, this is going to be a spirit box. Also, definitely a new house. Mike was not living in here unless what was the aunt's name? Anyways, this has to be her house, right? Oh, and then I just love this aesthetic. I can't really see, like, obviously the CDs. There could be an Easter egg there, but I don't see anything. We're just gonna play it out. Abby. Who? What spirit would be luring them? Unless it is William, but no. Show you the way. Okay, well, let me go back. We got a pretty good view of the stage, and then oh, I didn't notice this before. There's like an opening here. I don't know if the animatronics like come out on the stage and they know to kind of stand right here, or if it's something like security breach where it brings them up like a performer. And then, okay, I mean, we pretty much got the general aesthetic of the pizzeria. Okay, we're getting to the craziest now. We got Toy Chica with a beak, and I don't know if this scene is cut together nicely, or if they do go back to back. But, oh my, and look at the feathers. The feathers move too with, that's awesome. And he's getting PTSD.
Oh no.
Okay, and it kind of scared me. That was really loud. We got Mangle killing oh, I wanted to see this. The VHS, we're gonna see like the first person perspective of Mangle just taking out one by, Mangle's gonna have the most body, let's be real. Mangle's gonna take them all out. Wow. Mangle's teeth is also very sharp, so. That's awesome. Evil. We got Toy Chica. This is probably what, following the principal, I assume. The puppet. I remember, okay, watching this in the trailer. Okay, anyways. So, Vanessa is looking into the box. Is it looking into the actual music box, the present that the puppet resides in, and the puppet is obviously in the ceiling above, looking creepy as hell. Oh my god. Okay, and then we got, you know, Freddy feet pics going into the garage.
Has left. Evil has left.
Okay. And then, okay, this is definitely another time.
Yeah, so this has to be the first time Abby goes, because Abby clearly draws pictures of the toy animatronics.
So she definitely sees them. For sure. And then obviously she goes back the second time, probably like things start unraveling, so that's what I'm assuming. We getting the MCI or the DCI. Honestly, I don't even know what we're getting, but this has to be the DCI, right? We got the puppet. You didn't hear that, but I definitely just punched my monitor. I'm sorry, monitor. But this kid is about to get got. William Afton is, I don't think this is the MCI. This has to be the DCI. This has to be like this, obviously the second location. I don't know, but William Afton is clearly luring this child. And I don't know if this is a reference to, if Charlie is in this, if this is Sammy from the books, the novels, but I don't know if they do that. I don't know. I mean, Ski Outwitch, I hope I said that correctly, is supposed to be playing presumably Henry Emily, so we will get Henry and Charlie. But oh my gosh, that's terrifying.
Everywhere.
And the puppet right behind Vanessa. I don't know if this is implying they were childhood friends, maybe Vanessa and Charlie, and Vanessa helped William murder her. I don't think that's the case. I just think this is a case of, oh my god, William Afton, your dad killed me, and guess what, you're the daughter. But the puppet looks terrifying, and the puppet is the one that I'm most excited about. Awesome, let's go.
Everywhere.
She's definitely having PTSD, and Toy Bonnie is grabbing a knife, or the knife sharpener?
I thought it was a screwdriver in the first one, but that's definitely a knife sharpener? I believe.
I'm not 100%. Okay, so Evil is leaving the building, and then we have all the extras. There has to be so much here. First off, that's amazing. I would love to be this extra. You have kids literally with the ears. This is a Faz Fest. I keep saying Faz Fest. It's Faz Fair? Faz Festival? It's Faz Fest. Yeah, it's Faz Fest, not Fall Fest. Faz Fest. I said it right. Okay.
But yeah, I mean, obviously,
Freddy's is very popular, and now we have Toy Freddy walking through this. Just walking door. I don't know what to think. What's up, Cupcake? And this is kind of what we saw too at the very end with Toy Freddy's walking. And okay, so we have Vanessa, and then is that Mike? It is Mike with Balloon Boy is coming out of the water. So the log flume ride that I'm assuming is Pirates Cove, that's associated with Foxy, definitely returns. Not returns, but it's a main part of the movie. And Balloon Boy coming out of the water is a bit weird. And then is this the paranormal guys? Also, wait, where are you gonna run to? Wait. Who's saying this? Who's speaking?
Where are you gonna run to?
Where are you gonna run to? That's not William. That's not Matthew Lillard. Is that Skeet? Is that Henry? Where are you gonna run to?
Where are you gonna run to?
Where are you gonna run to? That's Henry. That has to be Skeet. I think that's Skeet. I think we have the San Diego Comic-Con panel that's still about to, I know it's going to happen by the time I release this, but I know Skeet has to make an appearance. That's my theory. Not my theory, but that's going to be my guess. So if it happens, future Angelo, let me know. So, okay, so they definitely match these to where I don't think they're with the paranormal people, unless the paranormal people do get stuck. I don't think that's the case. I think they're all about to get got. And if you get got by Balloon Boy, that's just sad. And we got Mangle on a car. Obviously, one of the paranormal. I'm like losing the name. I'm losing my train of thought right now. I'm so overstimulated by how much is going on in this trailer. Mangle is just on the van of one of the paranormal investigators who got away. And boom. And then we get, this is, okay, I think this is Charlie. This has to be Charlie.
Mangle, oh my god, Mangle, you're terrifying.
Wow. That's gonna be awesome. They really, I mean, hey, they're not lying about the action. This is Charlie. 110%. This is Charlie. This has to be. Like, there's no thought that this isn't Charlie. And I don't know if this is not Springtrap. This is William Afton luring her, and like she's about to get got, or like she's watching something happen. This could be a reference to, I don't know, maybe Sammy does exist. I don't know. But that's Charlie, 100%. Look at him. Look how magnificent he looks with that aura, holding that knife, going down the hallway. That is also a clean suit. So we are definitely getting flashback scenes, which that was a complaint in the first movie. We want a little more Matthew Lillard because he's Matthew frickin' Lillard. But like, I mean, we're gonna get flashbacks with him. This is great. I love this, and he's terrifying. Vanessa is going through it. PTSD. He's burned. So notice that in the first one. In this one, a hallway, he's cleaned up. It kind of looks like he has buck teeth, but I think it's just this angle. And then yeah, he's kind of, it's like he's grabbing her to like wake her up, but I don't think he's obviously waking her up. I think she's gonna like start screaming. Yep. And she's freaking out. And then we got Withered Foxy. The eyes are glowing. I don't know if this is because there's gameplay mechanics, right? I don't know if this is maybe if Mike is using the flashlight and it's flickering, and then I don't know. I don't know, because obviously the mask doesn't work with Foxy.
With you.
And then Toy Chica, I'm not done with you. Okay.
Where are you gonna run to?
Where are you gonna run to?
I'm not done with you.
I'm not done with you.
Yeah, he's dead, dude. I'm sorry. Okay. Woo! And classic FNaF 2. Look at this. This is not practical. This does not make sense at all to have a security office just exposed like this. But FNaF 2 has come to life. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Emma. Oh my, just everybody. And then the mask. This is such a cool. This is Freddy 1. This is not Toy Freddy. This is Freddy from the first location. So this does imply that the Wizards do come from a previous location. They're saying this is the original, but obviously this is McKenna Grace's character is saying that. There's no way that'll work. But guess what, homie? It does. And Withered Chica, and we got a puppet, the marionette right here. I want that poster. The Withered Chica looks great. Wow. Jim Henson's Creature Shop. You did an amazing job. I don't think I mentioned this in the reaction because I was just caught off guard by everything, but it's truly amazing. And then okay. Oh, and he uses the mask. He's struggling with it. He's grabbing the mask. He's freaking out. I would be freaking out too. And he actually uses it. Mike scream. He actually uses. This is peak. I'm sorry. That's kind of, look, I know that's a cliche and that may be cringe, but this is it doesn't make sense. But like FNaF, being a FNaF fan for so long and seeing this is amazing.
There's so much love in this, gosh.
And then Chica, Withered Chica. Look at that image, and then Withered Chica is freaking out. Wow, and then it's an actual jump scare. Like Withered Chica looks great. And then we get Withered Bonnie. Withered Bonnie in the vent. This is definitely the vent into the office. Like, this is definitely the gameplay. Looks amazing. Looks absolutely terrifying with no faceplate. But wow. Yeah, and then there it is. There it is. Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Only in theaters October 5th. Guys, that was amazing. There's so much to unpack here. Like, really, there is so much in this trailer. I'm gonna watch this I don't know how many times. I'm overstimulated because there's so much goodness in this. That's so funny to say about a FNaF game movie, but like, I don't know, just Scott and Jason actually listening to the audience and the fans just to make this overall just a better experience. Just the flashbacks are going to be amazing. We know there's already with the car, like we already know there's flashbacks with just so much.
Are you gonna run?
Balloon Boy in the water, and this is definitely, listen to this one more time. This is definitely Skeet. I think this is Skeet.
Where are you gonna run to?
Where are you gonna run to?
I'm not done with you.
I'm not done with you. This has to be, he has to be talking to William, right? Is this like he's having an argument with William, or is this after the events of Charlie's death? That's what we're thinking here. Okay, we'll watch this, and then I think we'll call it there.
There's no way that'll work.
Awesome.
Hi everyone, welcome back. My name's Angelo, and in today's video, we have some exciting news regarding the FNaF 2 movie. I'll be going over the full San Diego Comic-Con Five Nights at Freddy's movie panel, featuring the director, executive producer, and CEO of Blumhouse, and some of the main cast. I'll also be providing a summary of an exclusive clip shared during the panel containing an important mystery character, possibly indicating some crazy lore. A company titled Jazzwares, the creators of Squishmallow and Pokemon plushies as an example, is debuting a brand new line of FNaF merchandise featuring new figurines and plushies. We also have an official announcement for Halloween Horror Nights featuring Mr. Freddy Fazbear himself. FNaF fans are being spoiled with endless new content, and there's still so much more. If you enjoyed this content, please make sure to leave a like on the video, press the subscribe button for your support, and comment down below your reaction to the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie and all the new merchandise. There's a lot of information to cover, so with that out of the way, let's jump right into the video. Starting off today with some of the most mind-boggling recent news is the official announcement for the Five Nights at Freddy's Horror Nights Haunted House. A 48-second trailer was uploaded on every social media platform announcing Five Nights at Freddy's will officially appear as a haunted house attraction for Halloween Horror Nights. The YouTube video uploaded contains a description reading, "You wouldn't last one night at Freddy's, let alone 5. You'll be hunted by deadly animatronics, Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy." The video uploaded on X had slightly different text reading, "Get ready for the night watch at the creepy, abandoned Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria, where nothing is what it seems, and possessed animatronics are lurking around every corner." The trailer itself doesn't share too much information regarding the physical haunted house. Mostly the entire trailer shares clips on a TV screen from the first movie, with the Freddy's poster on the wall to the left and an open pizza box. Details regarding the physical haunted house was actually reported by The Hollywood Reporter, stating the attraction will feature walkthroughs of the security office, showroom, and more. The Hollywood Reporter states, "The journey will bring guests face to face with the supernatural, luring them into the black heart of an unspeakable nightmare." The experience would not be complete without including full-scale replicas of Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, and Mr. Cupcake in direct collaboration with the Jim Henson Creature Shop. Some final information with Halloween Horror Nights was actually shared online by the user HHN365 over on Twitter. Official advertisements have been plastered, including Freddy Fazbear himself, even with some new merchandise being a new hat, which is definitely the coolest merch item for me personally, a new t-shirt with Freddy Fazbear looking over, and some magnets. Recently, actually, we've also been shown some brand new t-shirt designs which look absolutely incredible, showcasing the movie logo with the animatronic crew and the yellow rabbit, a retractable ID badge holder with the back obtaining the security clearance logo, then a closer look at some stitchable patches featuring the animatronic characters. All the new merchandise looks absolutely amazing and very high quality. If you have the chance to go to Halloween Horror Nights, make sure to get some new FNaF merchandise. Some of the most exciting news of this collab is Aaron Margolin, the senior global brand manager of Jazzwares, responding to the official Halloween Horror Nights page, possibly hinting at a prize corner featuring the new Jazzwares FNaF plushies. Jazzwares has officially announced new FNaF merchandise featured at the San Diego Comic-Con 2025. New lines of toys and plushies would be created, and we received our first look at new figurines, plushies, and even official release dates at different retailers. All Jazzware FNaF merchandise will be available through multiple retailers being GameStop, Entertainment Earth, Target, Walmart, and so on. There will be different waves associated with the FNaF merchandise depending on the series. The World of FNaF, Wave 1, featuring the toy animatronics, are the first to be released on retailer shelves, having unique articulation at every joint and even a jump scare button on the back. The World of Wave 2 will be featuring the original animatronic line alongside Golden Freddy that will be released in spring of 2026. World of FNaF set packs will include physical set pieces in the FNaF universe, having actual working security doors for your articulated figures to interact with. This set pack will be released in spring of 2026. The Endo Series Wave 1 will feature Freddy and Bonnie, all customizable to fit an Endo 1 figurine, and it's so customizable it can become the withered versions of the animatronics. This will all be releasing in October. The Wave 1 of the Endo series will continue with Chica and Foxy, releasing later in December. An Endo series Wave 2 will feature the Endo 2 projected for spring 2026, most likely featuring the toy animatronics. Jazzwares will also be having their very own vault exclusive of the Endo 1, Freddy, and Shadow Freddy figurines coming soon for pre-orders. Then we have the 8-inch plush Wave 2 of the toy animatronics, Mangle looking absolutely amazing, releasing in spring 2026. I specifically saved the best announcement for me personally, which was uploaded by the creator Nostalgic Adam. The 8-inch plush Wave 1 will be featuring the original Core 4 animatronics, Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy alongside the marionette. As a huge collector myself, the plushies are exactly how I see the in-universe plushies to be and are a great investment to display on a shelf. Aaron confirms the plushie eyes do have glow-in-the-dark material and shows off the glow inside his hotel room. Quite possibly my favorite announcement out of the whole Jazzwares presentation is the Nightmarion exclusive plush. The amount of details Nightmarion has with the exposed ribcage to the T and the amount of PTSD John FNaF will have. This is an instant cop as soon as October comes for Box Lunch and Hot Topic. I have to say, these announcements for Jazzwares FNaF products are some of the best merchandise we have received in a very long time for FNaF. I'm not much of a figurine collector as I am for the plushies, which I will be buying every single one. But the amount of details in each animatronic is astounding, whether it's the articulated figurines or the glow-in-the-dark plushies. We also received artwork for the future Help Wanted 2 Funko Pops, featuring Vanny, Glitchtrap, Scrap Baby, and DJ Music Man, which looks absolutely fantastic. I'm glad Funko is still able to create FNaF Funkos, especially since the 10-year anniversary, they have been releasing heat after heat. San Diego Comic-Con was a great place for all of these new products to be announced. Now, as for the panel, we are first introduced to director Emma Tommy and the executive producer and CEO of Blumhouse himself, Jason Blum, who always has a smile on his face dealing with us FNaF fans. Jason Blum always brings a positive energy when it comes to anything relating to FNaF. Emma Tommy confirms the FNaF 2 movie features more than 3 times the amount of animatronics than the first movie, with the multi-talented Jim Henson's Creature Shop pushing for more practicality over CGI. Okay, now the CGI route is not necessarily a bad thing, just gives Freddy's a whole new life having the actors react in real time. The practical animatronics also provides the nostalgic feeling seeing the characters come to life. Emma Tommy introduces all of the rest of the panel, bringing onto stage Tio Briones, Theodis Crane, Piper Rubio, and of course, Josh Hutcherson. Tio Briones accepted the role for Five Nights at Freddy's due to the sheer cultural impact and being a legitimate fan of the games. Tio confirms his character's name is Alex and he is a videographer for a Paranormal Activities web show, which we believe could be the opening scene to the FNaF 2 movie. Theodis Crane is asked specifically about Jeremiah's and Mike's friendship, especially with the romance brewing between Mike and Vanessa. Jeremiah, being the bro that he is, genuinely gives off bad vibes towards Mike and Vanessa, which could be Mike's sense to come back to reality. I don't know. Piper Rubio explains how Abby joins robotics and builds stand-ins for her friends, meaning the 5 missing children, and builds mini animatronic versions of the characters. First off, this is wickedly impressive. Secondly, also a little creepy. She's kind of described as a loner, and the miniature version animatronics are to fill her void without her friends, which is kind of heartbreaking. Josh Hutcherson and Piper Rubio have crazy sibling energy, even when debating the practical animatronics, where Josh does not trust them next to Piper. Josh Hutcherson says Mike is just trying to fake it until he makes it and wants nothing to do with Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. But, of course, always keeps that spark alive because Abby is so passionate and worried about her friends. Mike essentially does step further into the big brother taking over the father role, and in FNaF 2, we see that dynamic play out even further. Matthew Lillard takes to the screen on stage filming a movie in Vancouver, where he shows genuine excitement for fans to watch the film and encourages all attendees and the audience watching to go watch the movie so they can work on FNaF 3, where Matthew can potentially murder Mike as he got pure enjoyment. Matthew's pure enjoyment of the film reaches an end where he officially announces Skeet Ulrich will be a part of the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Everyone erupts when Skeet makes his way to the stage, slating himself into the FNaF fandom. Skeet Ulrich legally cannot specify who he is casted as, which I still believe is a little strange since majority of the FNaF community knows he will be playing Henry. All fan speculation is clearly for Henry Emily, which would be an amazing choice to have Skeet and Matthew as business duos and going head to head. We also do have Skeet saying lines during the trailer, possibly in an argument with Matthew Lillard. The major identifier pretty much confirming Skeet's character is by the description Skeet provides the audience, and his own Instagram post having a pun interpreting a bear. Just saying, it's a little on the nose who he's playing, so. Josh Hutcherson is lost majority of the time in the FNaF lore, like we all are, but has Piper catch him up in between takes on set. I thought this was a cool little detail because Piper does mention she watches a ton of other creators for FNaF theories. Josh explains there are multiple Freddy's locations, bigger set pieces, and much higher stakes with high energy at all times. The multiple Freddy's locations makes me believe we may see Fredbear's Family Diner as opposed to just being the 2 locations we know of in the movies. Next questions are more playful banter, asking the cast which animatronic they would want to be, of course asking who is the favorite animatronic as well, being scared on set, scariest horror movie, and how long the cast has played the games. Josh specifically states his favorite animatronic is Mangle, and has to follow up with Emma Tommy first before any potential spoilers. He explains the Jim Henson crew puppeteers Mangle in a very unique way, and everything is so complicated and elevated at a higher level. Nearing towards the end of the panel, Jason Blum again teases FNaF 3 happening only if enough fans see the second movie, which we know will happen, since the FNaF community will ensure the success of the second movie as well as the first. Jason and Emma did also bring up the possibility of a potential security breach movie, as long as Scott is okay with it. But preparing development on a new movie before one is already released is, quote, bad luck. Emma Tommy gets to the end of the panel saying the animatronics are much more active in the second movie, which we could definitely gather from the trailer showcasing the withered animatronics plus the toys physically leaving Freddy's. For one instance, we see Toy Chica is inside of a school. Another, we see Toy Bonnie and Freddy infiltrating a house. Another, we have Mangle literally on the paranormal van, so the animatronics are going to be doing a lot more action in the second film.
Oh, and of course, we also have the Withered animatronics, Withered Bonnie entering through the vent, and Withered Chica just being there. So yeah, there's gonna be a lot more action in the second film. Which now brings us to the conclusion of the panel, where Josh Hutcherson, Emma Tommy, and Jason Blum gather in a group circle, teasing a special exclusive clip from the movie, introducing us to a mysterious new figure to the attendees of the convention. The mystery character every FNaF fanatic is freaking out about, the security guard in the purple uniform. First things first, we have a description provided by Screen Rant, which goes, the video crew walks into the restaurant. One says, welcome to Freddy's. McKenna Grace's character asks if she can record. Freddy Carter, as the security guard giving them the tour, says the marionette that directed the animatronics truly was one of a kind. They never made another one. There's a weird doll stuck to the wall. The camera pans past animatronics under clear tarps. Tio Briones' character, Alex, says they look brand new. Freddy, Bonnie, and Chica. McKenna Grace asks where Foxy is. Security guard says Foxy was involved in a failed take apart and put back together experiment. McKenna Grace hears scary children's music on the mic. Fair warning, this place will prey on your imagination if you let it, says the security guard. Shall we continue? The entire vibes of this scene definitely focuses heavily on the suspense of the marionette and the complete uncertainty of the state of the pizzeria. There seems to be some fantastic visuals on the carousel walking into the location with a poster of the puppet in the background, learning that the marionette directed the animatronics on stage through a trap door. What piques my interest the most is specifically the security guard and the questionable facial expressions he makes, which is the most sus person you can think of in Five Nights at Freddy's, throwing up all the red flags. The reactions occurring from the security guard portrayed by Freddy Carter are the same vibes as William Afton acting as Steve Raglan, and even Vanessa knowing so much about Freddy's, having that deeper, more sinister past. I personally believe this is a version of Jeremy Fitzgerald, the security guard we play as in FNaF 2, who is the one presumed to have been the bite victim for the bite of 87. Some theories have also spewed about this being Michael Afton or even Sammy Emily, the twin brother of Charlotte Emily, who we do eventually see in the trailer. The guy is creepy, mysterious, and definitely giving off interesting vibes to the paranormal crew, but I do truly believe this is Jeremy Fitzgerald. All I know is that the FNaF 2 movie is cooking to be a phenomenal film. A group of kids being able to record a decades-old Freddy Fazbear's to then being picked off one by one by the animatronics is a terrifying premise to start the film. This also does illustrate how dangerous this second location for Freddy Fazbear's really is. FNaF 2 is very much focusing hard on the horror aspect, and seeing everyone on the panel genuinely being excited to share this movie with the fans has gotten me even more hyped. San Diego Comic-Con was a huge success, both for the FNaF 2 film panel and for Jazzware's latest announcements on FNaF figurines and plushies. We are for sure being spoiled. There's so much exciting news being released constantly for Five Nights at Freddy's, especially knowing Universal and Blumhouse will be marketing the heck out of the FNaF movie prior to December 5th. It's an amazing time to be a FNaF fan. Thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Hi everyone, welcome back. My name's Angelo, and in today's video, we have some exciting news regarding a real-life Five Nights at Freddy's pizzeria during Halloween Horror Nights. Today's video will be a little different since I'll just be covering the latest news in regards to brand new merchandise sold at Universal Studios, an entire photo booth replica of the Five Nights at Freddy's movie featuring Mr. Cupcake for the Midsummer Halloween Horror Nights panel, then to end the video with an official announcement of a real-life Freddy Fazbear's pizzeria. That's pretty much all I have for today. Enough yapping, cue the transition. Starting off today with some brand new merchandise marketing within the Halloween Horror Nights theme. We covered previous merch on the channel being some new t-shirts featuring the Core 4 animatronics alongside the Yellow Rabbit, some very cool hats with the Freddy's logo, and a retractable ID badge holder, which features the iconic security badge look. Well, recently we've received plenty of new merchandise items that can also be bought by park goers. We get another look at a brand new holiday type button-up shirt, which isn't my personal forte, but a really cool add-on to have. There's a new blanket obtaining the faces of the Core 4 animatronics and doesn't look to have any individual animatronics featured. The Freddy Fazbear movie sign can also be found during Halloween Horror Nights alongside some brand new headbands. The new merchandise doesn't stop there because we have a look at a mystery pin set, which means there is a specific amount to collect. Some security breach soda cans, which I was actually shocked to see since the overall theme was heavily focusing on the Core 4 animatronics with the Yellow Rabbit. Onto some of my favorite or preferred merch items is a hoodie having the FNaF movie logo on the front, which will actually glow in the dark, then turning around to see some amazing, beautifully crafted artwork of the animatronics on the back. I absolutely love hoodies, and whoever created this fantastic artwork truly deserves to create more in the future. To match perfectly with the hoodie, there are also sweatpants that feature the same animatronics. From the hoodie, we actually get a varsity type jacket with a gray Freddy Fazbear on the backside, with a fun little quote from the series reading, "Where fantasy and fun come to life." On the front side, we have a smaller version of the logo from the back, but if you look closely by the zipper, you can see the internal stitchings of the jacket actually have the same material as the holiday button shirt, which I think is a great addition. The final piece of merchandise, which is my personal favorite, and I hope I get the chance to get my hands on it, is a brand new poster with the amazing artwork from the hoodie. The colors just naturally pop, and the animatronics look so good. A little slight change of pace, but we actually received recent photos of Universal Treats at Halloween Horror Nights, which is going to have official FNaF cupcakes and Chica cookies. I'd assume there will be plenty more merchandise and food-themed items being revealed when Halloween Horror Nights officially opens, but for now, we do have official billboards being put up in Orlando, Florida, so be on the lookout for Freddy Fazbear. The Midsummer Halloween Horror Nights panel occurred on Sunday, August 17th, and held a full live stream of the event with some minor news regarding the FNaF Haunted House experience. First things first, a very well-detailed replica of the Five Nights at Freddy's movie photo op, where anyone could take photos. The theme was absolutely spot on and practically identical to a booth featured in the movie. The stained glass images of the animatronics do make a return, the black and white checkerboard panels along the wall, the typical Freddy's logo, plenty of cobwebs with a disco light, and the booth actually had Mr. Cupcake on the table with a Freddy Fazbear's pizza box. This is so exciting since this could be the first technical look at the real-life pizzeria. I'll get to that in a second. Onto the actual panel, a question regarding how specific IPs are chosen by fans to be a haunted house was asked, and then answered right away with Terrifier and Five Nights at Freddy's as a main example. John Murdy, the Halloween Horror Nights creative director for Hollywood, stated fans have been asking for FNaF for years, especially after the success of the first movie. Michael Aiello, the Halloween Horror Nights director for Orlando, stated the animatronics have to look identical to what they looked like in the movie. So the only way to do this accurately will be working with the Jim Henson Creature Shop directly. Not much was spoken directly of the FNaF haunted house, but we learned earlier last week from the Hollywood Reporter that the physical haunted house will include a fully animated Freddy Fazbear, performing like he would in real life and the games. This will also include plenty of real animatronics and puppeteered ones. The house will also bring a one-to-one replica of the pizzeria's kitchen, janitor's closet, and a complete walkthrough of the security office. Then to finally end it all off with major appearances from the missing children and the wrecking crew, which will showcase the majority of the gore within the haunted house. Now, the main topic for today's video is some of the most exciting FNaF news I've had the pleasure of covering. A real-life
Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria will finally be opening within Universal Studios during Halloween Horror Nights. The news came via press reader, including an article detailing the real-life restaurant coming to fruition. With some necessary context, Scott Cawthon has specifically stated he would never open a real-life pizzeria due to the sheer fear some creep would attempt to recreate the events of the games. Universal Studios actually converting a well-known unspecified restaurant, most likely Louis' Italian restaurant, into a Freddy's is a smart overall business decision, especially if this was okayed by Scott himself. Being within the Universal Studio walls, the restaurant is protected in a controlled environment, which overall has protections in place to keep people and the brand safe. Now, details regarding the real-life Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria restaurant will be featuring a real-life Freddy, Bonnie, and Chica on stage. This source comes directly from the press reader and honestly is the most exciting part about Five Nights at Freddy's being a part of the featured IPs for Halloween Horror Nights. The details are still left in the air as to what could possibly change within the already established restaurant, but what I believe could be real is the complete overhaul to be a one-to-one copy of the Freddy Fazbear Pizzeria establishment. Being able to sit down, enjoy some pizza, and then watch as a real-life Freddy, Bonnie, and Chica perform on stage, created by the Jim Henson Creature Shop, sounds like a dream come true becoming reality. I'm sure there will be plenty more news when Halloween Horror Nights officially opens August 28th to the public. Thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Hi everyone, how's it going? Angelo here. The Five Nights at Freddy's Halloween Horror Nights Haunted House has officially been revealed to the public, with some of the largest crowds forming for FNaF. Today will be a fairly quick video going over the new footage and photos inside the haunted attraction, focusing mainly on the actual animatronic performance on stage, the FNaF movie security room and kitchen walkthrough, Foxy running down a hallway, the yellow rabbit, and so much more. That's pretty much all I have for today. You know the drill. No more yapping. Let's jump right into the video. Halloween Horror Nights has taken absolute control over my YouTube recommendations and For You page, featuring some of the coolest FNaF themed merchandise, FNaF themed entrees and treats, a real-life Freddy Fazbear Pizzeria, and even a photo op of the FNaF movie. Now, we've had the pleasure of sharing some of the new official looks at the animatronics performing on stage with the official Halloween Horror Nights haunted houses open to the public. The animatronics are actually performing on stage prior to entering the full haunted house experience. The animatronics look absolutely amazing, and I'm sure seeing them in person will be a dream come true. The stage performance being the first interaction for the house is a great tease for when the animatronics are taken over by the missing children. Let's talk about the outside of the haunted house being practically an exact replica of the FNaF movie entrance. The exterior facade and logo is pulled straight from the movie and literally looks like you're walking into an actual Freddy's restaurant, especially with the welcome arch making a return with the drawings from the children appearing on the walls. The animatronics performing on stage are followed up by Chica in the kitchen with several Freddy Fazbear pizza boxes, then Mr. Cupcake jumping out from the wall. The haunted house's path forces parkgoers to make their way into the security office. The security footage on the TVs are exactly like the ones from the first movie, featuring the same Nebraska poster, and even the Celebrations poster has been updated with Bonnie's new guitar, a cool little detail to include inside the attraction. I wanted to make note that the sound design in every room is specific to the room and very reminiscent of what occurs in the movie. Moving on from the security office down another hallway, it looks like Foxy's first appearance is actually going to be very terrifying. Foxy is seen down a hallway on a track, looking super menacing, meaning Foxy will be running up to jump scare parkgoers. Probably one of the coolest Foxy aura moments in the movie, standing still at the end of a hallway, then rushing towards a crowd, is peak FNaF.
I have heard recently the tracking system has not worked correctly, which is a very accurate depiction of Foxy from the games being out of service. Here we have the Freddy Saw mask making a return, and obviously being lit up does not look as appealing as when the actual haunted house will be operating. I would assume the saw blades do actually turn on, and we can possibly hear screaming coming from the chair. Now onto the solo sections of the haunted house, we do get a closer look at Freddy Fazbear, Bonnie, Foxy, and Chica, which all look identical to the movie models, since again, they were created by the Jim Henson Creature Shop. Chica holding Mr. Cupcake hidden between some iron shelves looks fantastic, and hopefully Chica and Mr. Cupcake are able to react in some way. We have the supply closet scene with Bonnie being the prime animatronic, again taking directly from the movie, and Hank, I'm sorry, you're not fighting the allegations. Then Foxy and Freddy are also off to the side, hopefully with some sound effects and reactions for when people cross their line of sight. Then finally, the haunted house experience ends with none other than a yellow rabbit jump scare with William Afton's beard scruff poking outside the mask, wielding a knife, attempting to slash the people walking by. The yellow rabbit will definitely be an interesting addition to the haunted house, especially giving parkgoers a false sense of security where they could be quote unquote escaping the pizzeria to then be ambushed by William Afton himself. The suit looks extremely rugged, definitely a little more ruined state than the movie. I am curious if the Jim Henson Creature Shop took already created prototypes of the animatronics to use for the haunted house, or if they purposely did make the yellow rabbit a little more grotesque. Either way, I'm happy for everyone who gets to experience the Five Nights at Freddy's haunted house, whether you're in Orlando or even Hollywood. This is truly an amazing experience for any FNaF fan, and I'm so glad Universal was able to provide such lore accurate, movie accurate, and just overall love to the attention to detail in all regards of FNaF. The amount of details in the house itself is a love letter to the FNaF fan base. What an extraordinary time to be a FNaF fan. That's all I have. I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Five Nights at Freddy's is breaking the internet again with some crazy news. For today's video, I will be covering Five Nights at Freddy's at Halloween Horror Nights and its huge success both in Orlando and Hollywood. I'll be covering the new FNaF merchandise that has been released and been announced. Then to end it all off, we'll segue into the official rating for the FNaF 2 movie, Matthew Lillard's reaction to the sequel, and of course, what we could expect for Five Nights at Freddy's at New York Comic Con. There's a lot of exciting news to cover, so if you want to see more content like this, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and comment down below how excited you are for FNaF in 2025. That's pretty much all I have for today. You know the drill. No more yapping. Let's jump right into the video. Five Nights at Freddy's has been a huge success at Halloween Horror Nights both in Orlando and Hollywood, breaking all kinds of records and exceeding all expectations. Between reaching capacity for the entire night prior to the actual opening of the FNaF haunted house, endless lines for pizza and cupcakes, then of course the merchandise sales with Five Nights at Freddy's having the largest displays out of any featured IP. The Halloween Horror Nights merchandise has been covered multiple times on the channel, but almost every day a brand new merch item is released. The majority of the merchandise can actually be bought online, so if you're unable to attend Universal Orlando or Hollywood, you can still cop some amazing FNaF shirts, hoodies, and even collectible cups. What I do want to share just for a little bit is the full reveal of the Universal Hollywood version of the FNaF haunted house, which is slightly different from Orlando, only having Freddy performing on stage with Bonnie and Chica's shadow behind the curtains. The animatronics throughout the house are puppeteered a lot more, giving the animatronics a more human-like jump scare approach. The success of FNaF for Universal is absolutely insane, especially with the FNaF 2 movie on the horizon, adding even more hype for a haunted house, meaning Universal will definitely be bringing Five Nights at Freddy's back to Halloween Horror Nights. I mentioned in a prior video the senior global brand
brand director for Jazzwares, Aaron Margolin, tweeted out a post teasing a possible prize corner at Halloween Horror Nights. Well, we now have the brand new FNaF plushies making their way into Halloween Horror Nights, being featured at the Universal Studios shop in City Walk. The plushies have also finally started releasing online and in retail stores, and I've had the absolute pleasure in copping my very own exclusive Nightmare Own from Hot Topic. The plushies have been flying off the shelves in Universal, so hopefully soon I'll have the chance to pick up my very own Jazzware plushies. With Jazzware's first wave releases for action figures and plushies being released online and in stores, Funko has been pushed to the sidelines, actually creating some crazy pop designs for Five Nights at Freddy's. Funko officially announced the release for the Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted 2 wave, featuring some of the best designed animatronic models. The Funkos consist of my personal favorite Glitch Trap, Scrap Baby, Vanny, DJ Music Man, an exclusive Funko website Roxanne Wolf, featured also with a chase, and another one of my favorites, Jacko Moon. I have to say Funko has been cooking in the FNaF department ever since the 10th anniversary, and these are amazing add-ons to any collection. The amount of details in each FNaF Funkos have definitely increased, making this one of my favorite sets to be released. The Help Wanted 2 Funko Wave will officially release on November 13th and can already be found online for some retailers. Next up, releasing September 23rd, we have the Five Nights at Freddy's Tickets to Fun, a novelty book featuring real-life in-game collectibles, merchandise, and plenty of FNaF secrets. We get a little sneak peek of the cover of the book and even a page from the story. Speaking of books, we do have a first look at Blumhouse's upcoming behind-the-scenes novel, which will feature an entire section dedicated to Five Nights at Freddy's. The page shared online has Emma Tommy discussing Abby and Mike's sibling dynamic, describing in detail their interactions throughout the first movie. And well, I think that's the best way to segue into the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie news, announcing the film sequel will of course be rated PG-13. The PG-13 rating is for violent content, terror, and some language. I will say this was obvious from the start, since the first FNaF movie was announced to be PG-13, as FNaF as a whole is vastly enjoyed by a large age demographic. What we have to hope for is Jason Blum, Matthew Lillard, and pretty much anyone involved in the FNaF 2 movie process, stating the sequel is a massive difference in focusing on horror than the first movie. Now on to some of my favorite pieces of news regarding the FNaF 2 movie. Matthew Lillard has officially watched the second movie, according to an interview for the Silver Screen podcast. Here's the clip.
For the film, I think the film was good. I think the second movie is going to be fantastic. I'm actually going to see the movie tomorrow night for the first time, so I'm really excited to get eyes on it. But again, that's a movie that, I think that the script got better, the expectations got higher, and I think that, the creative team really executed. I'm really excited for that movie. That movie comes out in December, so that one's coming out first. So
during the Scream panel for the Silver Scream Con, Matthew Lillard and Skeet Ulrich obviously are put together in the panel. They were asked a question from one of the fans in the audience regarding the FNaF 2 movie, and this is what Matthew Lillard has to say regarding Skeet Ulrich's performance. Here's the clip.
And I was just wondering what it was like to reunite in a movie like Five Nights at Freddy's, without spoilers, obviously.
I can't say. I'll spoil it all. I like to blab, and if you get me going, I'm going to tell you the whole thing. I always love spending time with Matt. He's one of the greatest people I know, quite honestly. He's such a, as you guys have experienced, he's such a giving man, and so I always like spending time with him, and that was no exception.
I am thrilled to have him in the community. I think people are gonna. I saw his performance this week; they're gonna love it. I think he's playing a great character. That if the movie's successful, hopefully he comes back. I don't know if that I can say that. I don't think him. Yeah, I always come back. But having him in the, I think that we've seen how voracious this Five Nights community is. And I just think it's lovely to have him a part of that. I'm glad Scott brought him in.
Now, the final bit of news coverage I have for today actually won't be the longest portion on the video, but does have a huge impact on what's to come for the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie. Funko actually just announced on every social media platform an exclusive Endo 2 Funko with the New York Comic Con sticker will be an exclusive pop featured for Hot Topic. The Endo 2 design, as simple as it may look, actually has plenty of details and would make a great addition to any collection, especially prior to the FNaF 2 movie. New York Comic Con 2025 will feature a panel held by Blumhouse, focusing on their final releases for 2025 and even discussing future projects. So, as many have theorized, in a marketing standpoint, and would be 2 months away from release, would be the final trailer for the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie. New York Comic Con was previously used to announce the official poster for the FNaF 2 movie, showcasing Toy Freddy on the front with the shiny plastic texture. So, if Blumhouse were to follow the same marketing tactic as before, premiering the final trailer for the FNaF 2 movie will most definitely happen. We're for sure receiving the final trailer at New York Comic Con, which is literally the largest and most popular con in all of the United States. I'm assuming at the same time as the announcement occurs on stage for the trailer, we will then have an uploaded version immediately on YouTube, which I'm already prepared for my reaction as I'm already freaking out. The Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie trailer is not confirmed, but with all this evidence clearly pointing towards the final trailer being saved for New York Comic Con, makes the most logical sense. I'll be sure to cover everything on October 10th when the New York Comic Con Blumhouse panel is slated for. It's an amazing time to be a FNaF fan. Thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! The Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie toy animatronic voice cast has just been announced, and there's so much to talk about. Blumfest 2025 was hosted at New York Comic Con on the Empire stage for day 2, where Jason Blum announced and brought several actors to stage discussing latest movies and news for Blumhouse. Towards the end of the panel, the lights dimmed, and the classic Toreador March plays, indicating Five Nights at Freddy's is here, which, might I add, edged us for a solid minute before revealing Toy Freddy and Toy Bonnie walking into the Empire stage alongside director Emma Tommy. The Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie panel is not slated for a long time, but we do get an official look at a brand new poster for the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie, featuring all the toy animatronics. Freddy on the top left inside of the number 2, Chica looking devious on the right upper side next to Freddy, the Endo 2 right smack in the middle looking absolutely terrifying, Toy Bonnie with the brightest green eyes on the bottom left, then to end off the animatronics with Mangle peeping through the bottom right with their one glowing eye. The poster looks absolutely fantastic, and I would assume with previous knowledge how the first movie posters did use the real animatronics to pose, this was the same method, just edited with plenty of saturation. I have zero complaints with this poster compared to the previous one of Toy Freddy behind the curtain, or the Fast Talker, which was recently revealed online. This is by far my favorite poster for the movie, and really capitalizes on the toy animatronics. The poster is fire, and I'm really hoping we finally get to see another poster featuring the withered animatronics. Moving on, Emma Tommy gets the honor to announce Elizabeth Lale to the stage, who is based in New York, reprising her role as William Afton's daughter Vanessa, which gets some crazed fans' reaction. Matthew Lillard jumping and rolling onto stage, blowing out his knee, making the funniest entrance to the panel. Matthew Lillard exudes positive energy, and his entire stage presence does not go unnoticed. Elizabeth Lale and Matthew Lillard briefly talk about Five Nights at Freddy's, with Matthew Lillard reinstating the jump scares and the overall scares were delivered. Emma Tommy announced during the panel she had a couple interesting voice actors to share, and brought to the screen Kellen Goff,
who alone by himself is a prolific voice actor in Hollywood, and who has been casted in every FNaF project with Scott Cawthon, casted as Toy Freddy. Kellen has voiced numerous versions of Freddy throughout the franchise, and actually voiced Foxy in the first FNaF movie. Emma Tommy and Matthew Lillard lock in and announce the second voice actor via video. MatPat is revealed on screen as a cast member, getting to be the voice actor of Toy Bonnie. Matt freaking Pat will be the voice of Toy Bonnie in the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie. I geeked out the entire time Matthew was on the screen and could not believe the toy animatronics would be having voice lines, let alone the game theorist himself, MatPat. I will say the toy animatronics I do suspect will have a modular voice filter, which MatPat does state, but I just couldn't be happier with this casting. MatPat concludes his segment with another special announcement from Emma Tommy, who stands up and points towards the screen, showcasing the voice actor for Toy Chica. Toy Chica will be voiced by Megan Fox. Megan Fox. I seriously was caught off guard when Megan Fox was announced to be the voice actor for Toy Chica. The words Megan Fox, even in this sentence, uttered were some of the most mind-boggling news shocks I could endure. Emma Tommy states her kids are such big fans of Five Nights at Freddy's. She was the perfect choice. My honest thoughts were right away taking me to her performance in Mortal Kombat 1, where the voice acting of a certain character was very dull. But I will say I'm very confident in Emma Tommy reinforcing how much this franchise does mean to Megan Fox because of her children, and stating she does a fantastic job. Either way, I was speechless to every voice actor announced for the toy animatronics, and I could not be happier with such a surreal cast for the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Now moving on towards the very last announcement for the panel was Matthew Lillard giving away an actual prop from the FNaF movie, being a marionette statue created by the Jim Henson Creature Shop. Only the fans attending the con were able to scan a code for the marionette movie prop, but it really is such an amazing opportunity to give back to the fans of the franchise. The panel finally concludes with Matthew Lillard continuing to go off script, discussing the third movie, making sure if he comes, when he comes back, he will go up against Mike Schmidt, as he is now Springtrap. Yeah, Five Nights at Freddy's 2 will definitely end with the Springtrap reveal. So much happened during this very short panel, and I could not be happier. Bringing Elizabeth Lail and Matthew Lillard onto stage and having the actual Toy Freddy and Toy Bonnie walking around the room was so amazing to watch on the live stream. The voice actors made me speechless, and my jaw was on the floor with MatPat and Megan freaking Fox being announced. Between Emma Tommy, Jason Blum, Matthew Lillard, and Elizabeth Lail, the amount of passion they all have for the fans and of the FNaF franchise is so sincere, and I truly am grateful to have such an immense, enthusiastic cast associated with Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm hoping soon this means the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie final trailer will be released very soon. Thank you all so much for watching. Five Nights at Freddy's 2 is looking to be a huge success. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Hi everyone, how's it going? Angelo here. The Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie final trailer has been edging the entire fan base with just over 1 month until release. In today's video, I'll be covering the brand new character posters and billboards featuring the toy animatronics alongside the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 cast attending Halloween Horror Nights in Hollywood. I'll be going over the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie surprise pop-up in Italy, which delivers a very cryptic message. Then finally, I'll be reacting to multiple brand new TV spots with new footage for the FNaF 2 movie. If you enjoy this type of content, please make sure to click the subscribe button, like the video, and comment down below if you'll be seeing the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie for early previews, opening night, or casually on the weekend. That's pretty much all I have for today. You know the drill. no more yapping. Let's jump right into the video. The original Five Nights at Freddy's movie premiered just over 2 years ago with a simultaneous release for theaters and on Peacock. Recently online, we received some brand new, never before seen photos and even a concept illustration of the first iteration of the Freddy's Pizzeria. In recent news, Universal Studios revealed some brand new individual posters and billboards of the toy animatronics, to which we get a much closer look, specifically at Chica and Bonnie. The posters are the exact same as the initial toy Freddy lurking behind the red curtain announced by Jason Blum at New York Comic Con 2024 as the very first teaser for the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie. It's interesting to note how the next year, New York Comic Con 2025 would feature Matthew Lillard, Elizabeth Lail, the director Emma Tommy, and Jason Blum all announcing the official voice cast for the toy animatronics. The billboards are up all over Universal Studios, and I have a feeling we'll be getting the final trailer very soon, as this is occurring within the same timeline as the previous Five Nights at Freddy's movie, uploading the individual posters of the animatronics prior to the trailer release. The billboard discovered online features a close-up of Toy Freddy and Toy Chica. There's really nothing we haven't seen before, but I will say the billboard looks very similar to that of a YouTube thumbnail, which possibly could indicate the final trailer, as speculated, is on the horizon. There's more individual posters that were discovered online featuring the toy animatronics on stage hiding themselves behind a red curtain. This time featuring Toy Freddy, Toy Chica, and Toy Bonnie. With marketing ramping up to the extreme with the movie just over 1 month away, the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie cast just recently attended Halloween Horror Nights occurring on Halloween. Here's the video of Piper Rubio playing Abby, McKenna Grace playing a character a part of the ghost hunting squad named Lisa, Josh Hutcherson as Mike, and Elizabeth Lail as Vanessa, all experiencing the Five Nights at Freddy's haunted house.
Let's introduce you to the stars of the show.
The maze is incredible. When I first walked in, just completely felt like we were on set shooting. They killed it. Piper had a really good tactic, using me as a human shield. And then she went, okay, switch. And then she went on that side, and then that side. I feel like I heard the most screams come from Elizabeth.
I feel like I was trying to tell you where they were. You told me, and then I would see them, and I would still scream.
There was a few moments that I just was completely not expecting at all.
The detail is amazing. I felt like we were on set as well, except for the giant animatronics and little children jumping out of you.
On October 30th, Universal Pictures Italy released new photos and videos of the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 Pavilion at Luca Comics and Games 2025. The uploaded post was captioned hinting at a huge surprise, which would be revealed to the public on Halloween night for the FNaF 2 movie. At 9:30 p.m. EST, a ginormous Faz talker is revealed underneath the pavilion, constantly saying the phrase, "Help us, come find us." Here's the clip with the Luca Comics and Games reveal. I saw a lot of posts speculating the reveal could have been the first appearance of the withered animatronics, but instead we received a much larger look at the Faz talker, which will play a significant and pivotal part to the story. Just recently, the Faz talker now officially displays a number 1, which makes me believe we're either getting a count of how many days are left until the movie, or eventually the Faz talker will count down the days until the final trailer. There's a specific reason Universal decided to unravel a giant Faz talker, and having the Faz talker be an intentional countdown builds anticipation. Either way, Universal knows what they're doing, and the marketing for the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie will be hitting an all-time peak within the coming month. Now, to end off the video, we do have several new TV spots for the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie from the Universal Latino YouTube channel. Heading over to the channel, you can actually click on playlists, and a bunch of unlisted videos of TV spots are listed for the FNaF 2 movie. There's plenty of new footage and dialogue to go over, so here's my genuine reaction and analysis of what I noticed differently.
Oh no. There's no way that'll work.
Oh. Toy. Wither. Oh, new logo. That looks great. And Toy Chica.
Are you ready to start the show?
Oh, a little sneak peek of the marionette. Afton.
Theo. Oh, okay, this is kind of new. Logo looks great.
My sister.
What do you want with my sister? Bonnie and Freddy were walking to the office?
Freddy Fazbear's Pizza.
Definitely not the Freddy's I remember.
You're thinking of the franchise location. This is the original. Some little girl got murdered here.
Charlie.
Do you guys hear that?
Hear what?
I can't wait for the final trailer.
We're almost 1 month away.
The flashback scenes are also going to go so hard.
Welcome to Freddy's.
Yeah, I think Withered Chica has a little more saturation, unless it's just the eyes, like the pink in the eyes.
I think Abby might be in danger.
Oh no.
Oh, Endo 2. Oh my gosh, the animatronics. Jim Henson Creature Shop. Mwah. Perfection.
There's no way that'll work.
This is so cool.
Freddy Fazbear's Pizza.
Definitely not the Freddy's I remember.
This
They just look so
is the
great.
original. Nobody's been here for decades.
First location. Surprised there's no Mangle. Only really have kind of the car scene.
And no marionette, which makes me think, oh, and we got a Toy Freddy. We got a little extended clip right there.
Not the Freddy's I remember.
You're thinking of the franchise location.
The
This
artwork is great, the logo.
original.
I think
Some
that's
little girl
Created
got
by
murdered.
Startles, which is a member of the community.
Do you guys hear that?
Hear what?
The artwork was heavily featured at the Brazil event.
Welcome to Freddy's. Rated PG-13.
A lot of, okay, and there we go, and there we have it. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead. The logo looks absolutely great, and I did confirm, so this is created by Snartles, which looks absolutely fantastic. It was a part of the Brazil event, and I am glad they changed it. I think this fits the overall theme of, I guess the atmosphere of Five Nights at Freddy's 2 a lot more with the toy animatronics. Looks great, and I think I did notice in the clips, like in the reflection, I don't know if it's CGI or if they did have reshoots and they reshot it with the brand new like logo. I don't know if that's what happened, but I love this. Overall, this is a great addition.
With my sister.
We are always big.
And okay, this is such a good shot. So we have Toy Freddy and Toy Bonnie. And I don't know if that's the Faz talker in the background. Let me see.
What did they want with my sister?
We are always big.
I don't know if that's Toy Freddy talking. Does that sound like Kellen Goff? I know it's gonna be very robotic. I mean, I'm assuming that's what Megan Fox is gonna sound like. That's what Matt Pat's gonna sound like.
We are always big for
I don't know. Okay, but this shot of them walking in, I think they're walking into the office. I think they are walking into the office. Oh yeah, there's the computer. What is Mike looking at? Okay. So if we're going to the mechanics of the game, because this was a complaint in the first movie, I would assume they have to incorporate in some way the mechanics of FNaF 2. So is that like maybe the vents and a flashlight? One of them has to be a flashlight for Foxy.
Withered Foxy is going to be here, especially in the trailer when you have Withered Foxy like kind of squinting. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so he's looking down at us. I know in a filmmaking sense, this obviously makes say it's an actor, will make the actor look obviously much bigger, stronger, taller, just everything in this frame to be more menacing. And that's exactly what Toy Freddy is. Toy Freddy is also, I mean, the toy animatronics are also like 7 feet tall. So the flashbacks are going to be really great. The flashback scenes with Elizabeth Lale and Matthew Lillard.
Rated PG-13.
Okay, that's great.
The final trailer will hopefully release on November 5th. With multiple nationwide theaters confirming pre-release ticket sales for the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie. According to the official AMC website, anyone who purchases a ticket for Thursday night previews will be given a brand new Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie poster. Yeah, you can bet I will be seated Thursday night for that poster, and honestly, probably Friday and Saturday. We're only 1 month away from release. Multiple cast interviews lined up, plenty of potential TV spots, and of course, the long-awaited final trailer. There's so much to be excited about in regards to Five Nights at Freddy's. Thank you all so much for watching. It looks like it's going to be another massive week for Five Nights at Freddy's news, and I'll be here covering everything, so stay tuned for more. It's an amazing time to be a FNaF fan. Thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! The Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie final trailer has finally released online, and there's so much to talk about. Today will be my genuine first-time reaction to the trailer, with my first impressions and shock value out of the way. In the meantime, my next video will actually be a full-length, in-depth analysis, helping piece together where the narrative will lead. To show your support, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and comment down below how excited you are for the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie. Okay, enough with the yapping. Here's my reaction to the final trailer.
So you wanna tell me about your bad dreams?
It's always
the dreams are gonna be the flashbacks.
Your dad.
Ew. Oh, is that a first iteration Freddy Fazbear? What?
We're never gonna be able to move forward until you deal with some of the mess you left in your head.
Oh, are those all the kids' toys?
You know that.
Oh yes, it's Spring Dragon! Yellow Rabbit!
But it wasn't until years later when those 5 children went missing that I knew she was murdered.
Yeah, that's Henry. That's Charlie.
Are you ever gonna go back to Freddy's, I mean?
I think my sister is here.
What? Oh, Balloon Boy?
Where are you gonna run to?
Is that Skeet? Or is that... Withered Freddy! And Chica! And Bunny! And Foxy!
What do they want with my sister?
Oh my god! Oh, Toy Freddy is...
Half of this town will be dead by morning.
Oh my god, they're just going in the residents' homes! Withered Chica and Mingle. What? Oh, and Foxy! Oh my god.
Half of this town will be dead by
okay. I'm speechless. I don't know what to say.
Everything looks so good. And then Mangle at the end.
Okay, all right. That's okay. I gotta work on a video for the weekend. Okay. Awesome. Woo!
Hi everyone, welcome back. My name's Angelo, and in today's video, we have some exciting news regarding the FNaF 2 movie. In today's video, I'll be covering all the latest FNaF 2 movie news occurring all the way from last week, with the Withered animatronics poster, 2 FNaF themed popcorn buckets, the secret celebration event, and into present day with Scott releasing 4 new images for the FNaF 2 movie. If you enjoy this type of content, please make sure to click the subscribe button, like the video, and comment down below if you already bought your tickets for December 5th. There's a lot of information to cover, so with that out of the way, let's jump right into the video. The entire FNaF community went into a frenzy late Tuesday into Wednesday night with the official final trailer for the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie. The trailer had me geeking out the entire time, especially revealing the full Withered animatronics. I saw online that no one actually acknowledged the reveal of the Withered animatronics in the FNaF 2 movie trailer, which is the exact same way the original Withered animatronics in-game were featured in FNaF 2. I mean, just take a look at the game trailer in comparison to the movie and tell me this was not heavily inspired within the editing, and even on the director Emma Tommy's end. With the final release of the trailer, we were also treated to a brand new animatronic poster identical to the toy animatronics inside the number 2, this time featuring the Withered animatronics. Starting off with Withered Bonnie on the top left with his exposed endoskeleton hand and open faceplate showing off his bottom teeth and red eyes. Onto Bonnie's right side, we have a closer look at Withered Freddy, which is technically the 3rd time we have ever seen Withered Freddy featured in any FNaF 2 promotional photos or videos. On the bottom left corner, we have Withered Chica, who has been heavily marketed in the first and now final trailer, which actually we recently received a behind the scenes look at Withered Chica behind the FNaF 2 carousel, looking extremely terrifying. Then finally, the new poster has Withered Foxy with his hook in the same position as Mangle. Then the trailer ends with the Withered Foxy jump scare from the game. Overall, the 2 posters side by side are perfect complements to one another, and I couldn't be happier. Moving on, we actually were bombarded with so many new announcements regarding FNaF 2 themed popcorn buckets. Regal announced online a new popcorn bucket featuring all of the toy animatronics with Balloon Boy, excluding Mangle, will be on an actual stage with completely operational stage lights and even paper pals. That's not even close to the end, because Regal also announced a collectible combo including a popcorn tin featuring the toy animatronics and a Freddy Fazbear cup with a 3D character printed lid on top. AMC announced their opening night event poster for anyone going to see Five Nights at Freddy's 2 on opening night on December 4th. That's not all for AMC, because AMC Theaters did reveal their collectible merchandise, featuring a collectible combo with the 3D printed character lids, a cupcake bottle you can actually drink, and honestly, one of the coolest popcorn buckets out of all of the theaters is the Toy Freddy popcorn bucket head. The Toy Freddy head features glowing eyes you can physically press, but actually also has a removable faceplate, which comes with a strap to wear as a mask. Marcus Theaters announced an exclusive Toy Freddy drinkable cup and a collectible Faz token when you purchase tickets for the FNaF movie for opening night. Cinemark has an exclusive popcorn bucket too, with a Freddy Fazbear holding a bunch of pizza boxes alongside a souvenir bucket and cup. I saved personally the best for last, which is the Fandango ticket combo that comes with an actual replica of the Faz Talker, featured heavily in movie promotions. I ordered the Faz Talker personally because I wanted to have a popcorn collectible bucket that is essentially a movie prop. Select theaters will also have limited edition Freddy Fazbear pizza boxes exclusive to specific participating movie theaters. We can move on towards the secret Five Nights at Freddy's celebration event, where plenty of creators were invited. It seems the celebration event featured so many talented people within the FNaF community. Appearances by the Toy Freddy voice actor Kellen Goff posing for a photo with the newly announced Toy Freddy popcorn head. Then Matt freaking Pat getting the honor to introduce on stage and onto the red carpet the real-life Toy Bonnie. There were also some major guest appearances by McKenna Grace, who plays Lisa in the film, the Living Tombstone, who performed on stage, Chelsea and James from Dead Meat, which was unexpected but such a warm welcome. Then to end it all off with Mr. William Afton himself, Matthew frickin' Lillard. During the after party, a brand new area was open to all event goers where actual photo ops were created that comes directly from the movie. Thank you to John FNaF for providing so many photos online for the FNaF community. So here's a look at every area featured from the movie with the Kids Cove pirate ship, the Freddy, Chica, and Bonnie carousel, which was created out of nightmares, and even the prize corner, which features the new toy animatronic plushies from Jazzwares, Dawko's Company Hex, and even a closer look at another new popcorn bucket being a Freddy music box. FNaF also provided us some high-quality closer looks at the new Freddy's Location photo op sign with the new artwork that looks absolutely amazing. There's also 3 new posters we've never seen before featuring the toy animatronics. We can also see the marionette was the main conductor for the animatronics, so I'm interested to see the puppet finally come to life. Now, to end off the video, I am pleased to announce some brand new images were officially released from the Scott Games Twitter account, revealing new looks from behind the scenes. As I was finalizing this video, Scott decided to release these new images, with the first one focusing on who we presume to be Charlie Emily, Henry's daughter, who we also assume to be played by Skeet Ulrich. Just inferring from the photo, we can obviously tell this could be Charlie's birthday, or at least she is attending another kid's birthday party, which will obviously end in tragedy. I will point out how Charlie specifically looks like she notices something off in the distance, which could possibly tease the yellow rabbit. Everyone else in the party seems to be having a blast eating pizza and focusing on everything in the background, so I'm very interested how this scene will play out when Charlie carries another child to the stage, as we see in the final trailer. The second image is pretty basic, with director Emma Tommy alongside some crew members filming a scene we can actually pick apart. On the monitor, we can actually see what looks to be the puppet, almost identical to the Nightmare own, but with further inspection has extreme similarities to a possessed Lisa. Yes, McKenna Grace's character Lisa, the paranormal investigator, seems to be possessed by the puppet. This is a crazy and outlandish theory, but McKenna Grace being a major part in these cast interviews makes me believe she won't just be an opening kill alongside her paranormal crew. The glowing eyes are very apparent in the image, and you can definitely identify the tear streaks the marionette has. They really weren't lying when they said FNaF 2 will be much scarier in the grand scheme, and knowing the puppet can possess anyone is absolutely terrifying. Let me know down below what you believe this image could be referencing, or if you really do believe the marionette will be able to possess people, which could also mean Vanessa can be possessed too. The third image actually relates very well with the last 2 photos, showing off Charlie holding a music box. Now, we do see this music box in the first trailer, where McKenna Grace's character is observing this box on the ground right in front of the puppet. I'm assuming the significance of the music box is a gift from her dad Henry, which was used as a coping mechanism to most likely soothe her or calm her down, just like the games. I don't know if this music box could have been a trinket William Afton collected from Charlie, but I would assume not if Charlie already had the music box next to the marionette. Then finally, the final image Scott released was another photo inside the office with a massive balloon boy taunting Mike.
From this image, we can already infer Balloon Boy will still be an annoying menace in the movie as well, clearly messing with Mike and denying access to his console. I love how FNaF 2 is finally implementing the game mechanics into the movie. We recently received an image online featuring Mike in the FNaF 2 security office, holding the flashlight down the main hallway, and we can clearly see the red buttons on the side vents. Balloon Boy is going to be a major issue for Mike, and I honestly cannot wait to see all the game mechanics come together to make a really great scene. So much is happening with the FNaF 2 movie, with so much promotional content being pushed out into the world. I mean, it's even crazier to think of an actual real-life Popeyes collab is happening. So there's still so many great things still to come with less than 1 month for the movie. It's an amazing time to be a FNaF fan. Thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Hi everyone, how's it going? My name's Angelo, and in today's video, we have some exciting news regarding the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie. In today's video, I'll be covering all the latest behind-the-scene photos shared during Dawko's Samaritan charity stream. I'll be going over officially released set photos and teaser images from the creator Scott himself, then to end off the video with the most recent promotional featurettes, which finally reveals new scenes with Matthew Lillard's Yellow Rabbit, confirmation on Skeet Ulrich's character, and the first official look at the long-awaited Marionette. You know the drill. If you like what you see, please make sure to click the subscribe button, like the video, and comment down below how excited you are for the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie. There's a lot of information to cover. Let's jump right into the video. The Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie marketing is in full throttle, releasing brand new TV spots featuring new content never seen before. Newly released exclusive photos of the cast from the movie featuring Josh Hutcherson's Mike, Piper Rubio's Abby, Matthew Lillard's William Afton, and Elizabeth Lail as Vanessa. The official Popeyes collab is out right now, which I will admit exceeded my expectations. There's all the unique popcorn buckets galore from so many movie theaters. Then to end it all off with an official clip from the movie and cast interviews. There's a lot to be excited about in regards to the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie, especially with how many new behind-the-scene photos and official images from Scott himself were shared on Dawko's charity stream. Dawko hosted his annual Samaritans charity stream where a bunch of new behind-the-scene photos were shared across Dawko and Raz. The first photo consisted of a Balloon Boy prop in the beginning of the pizzeria where we can actually see Balloon Boy holding a mouthpiece, possibly a nozzle to fill balloons. The next image shared was actually a first look at the FNaF 2 movie Marionette prop giveaway, where anyone who donated had a chance to win this physical movie prop. The exact Marionette dolls are found scattered on the walls of the log flume ride, as Dawko shared a photo with multiple variations of the Marionette doll. I mean, look how detailed each puppet doll is. The first of the images of the animatronics was a closer look at Toy Bonnie's head. In the back, we can actually get a glimpse of what looks to be some concept artwork of the toy animatronics next to Abby, and the main takeaway I have is how big is Toy Freddy? Now Dawko and Raz were not done there, because we do get some of the scariest up-close shots of the withered animatronics looking like they were directly pulled by a found footage film. Raz shared a photo of the withered animatronics being a side profile of withered Foxy and another angle of withered Freddy looking quite intimidating. Dawko's photos alone were enough to convince me how terrifying these animatronics will be in the movie, lurking around every corner. Withered Foxy poking his snout out, hiding behind some plastic wrap. Withered Freddy looks like he's about to stuff Dawko into an animatronic suit, getting too close to comfort. Withered Bonnie with no faceplate whatsoever with the exposed endoskeleton. Then the last but certainly not least is Withered Chica, who I
will admit, actually looks like a straight nightmare. Now on to day 2 of Dawko's charity stream, where 5 brand new official photos from Scott were shared online, and we're about to dissect each and every photo. The first photo revealed was of director Emma Tommy, pictured with other crew members as what looks to be a normal photo. But actually, with closer inspection and increasing the exposure, can pinpoint an almost forged marionette face. Previously on the Scott Games Twitter account, Scott shared another image of director Emma Tommy, and if you enhance the display they were filming, it pretty much shows a possessed looking Lisa with the same facial attributes as the marionette. Now on to the second photo shared was of Piper Rubio as Abby riding her bike with the Faz Talker to Freddy's. Now there's not much really to pick apart in this photo, where we can assume Abby is being lured to Freddy's location via the Faz Talker. But I am interested in seeing how pivotal of a role the Faz Talker will specifically play in the movie. We see Vanessa finds the Faz Talker in this exclusive photo, and she looks very concerned and, well, let's be real, probably knows who is speaking through the device. The third image is another look at Matthew Lillard's William Afton, seemingly holding a knife towards a young Vanessa. Clearly from all the trailers, Vanessa has extreme trauma from her father, and William Afton holding a knife to try to intimidate his own daughter is all kinds of messed up. Now the fourth image is not anything lore altering, but we do get to see the perspective of someone about to be murdered by a rogue toy Bonnie. Again, the Jim Henson's Creature Shop has done a fantastic job on all the animatronics, and I'm just a little curious how the toy animatronics invading people's houses will play out naturally in the film. Now the final image shared is actually the craziest lore drop Scott could literally feed to us prior to the movie. Charlie and Vanessa are inside Freddy's, with Vanessa holding on to Charlie's arm, presumably preventing Charlie from being murdered by the yellow rabbit. Now, does this image confirm Vanessa and Charlie were longtime friends, especially if William and Henry were clearly business partners? No. What we could interpret from this single image is that Charlie, being the protector she is known as in the FNaF games, is most likely attempting to save a child being lured by the yellow rabbit, and Vanessa realizes Charlie is going to die. We see in the final FNaF 2 trailer that William Afton collects trinkets of the children he ends up murdering, and I'm curious if the Faz Talker will be the item Charlie represents, just how Mike's younger brother Garrett represents the airplane. Clearly, the music box will play a huge role in subduing the marionette, but Vanessa's facial expressions reveal some form of trauma, especially when Charlie uses the Faz Talker to communicate with Vanessa and Abby. Now on to the final and most exciting part of the video. First up, we have a look inside featurette, which features so much new content with the cast, new shots of the animatronics, and even a look at the Freddy's Pizzeria. Matthew Lillard emphasizes just how exciting of a job the cast has in introducing these new animatronics, with Toy Bonnie and Toy Chica appearing disassembled with their moving eyes. Here we have a closer look at Toy Bonnie with his red eyes in his aggravated state, then quickly pans to an up-close look at Mangle, and then ends with Withered Foxy using his hook. Here we actually get a complete reveal of a fully operational Freddy's with an actual working boat ride. The entire pizzeria is full with an entire cast of parents and kids just having a grand time. And the colors and saturation make the entire establishment pop. I mean, clearly, I would love to go here. Next up, we got some behind the scene footage of Toy Chica grabbing Wayne Knight and throwing him across the room. Then we have footage of Matthew Lillard yelling on the floor, which I can't even tell you in what context does this occur in the flashbacks. Literally, as I was editing this video, Universal Pictures dropped another new featurette titled Scream Kings, focusing heavily on Matthew Lillard and Skeet Ulrich.
How crazy is it that we have Matt Lillard and Skeet Ulrich from Scream in a movie together? That's like, yeah. No, that's bonkers to me.
The great thing about being on a sequel is you get to revisit your friends. So that's been really exciting.
Matt Lillard and his enthusiasm for the franchise was pretty infectious, and I see why he's enthused.
It's a little like summer camp.
The featurette contains so much new footage of William Afton, and even another look at Matthew Lillard's yellow rabbit suit. The most interesting reveal actually happens when Skeet Ulrich appears on screen, who is now named Henry. Yes, we have finally won. The infamous business and animatronic engineer duo is officially confirmed. To end off today's video, we have an exciting official look at one of my most anticipated characters in all of Five Nights at Freddy's, the Marionette.
I'm very excited for everyone to see the Marionette.
The Marionette, she's a very important character in Five Nights at Freddy's.
There's just one ghost here, and the Marionette.
It's creepy as hell. I don't want to meet that in a dark hallway. Oh no.
It's just a nightmare. True nightmare. What was the creepiest thing? That has to be the Marionette.
There is one part in this promotional featurette that actually confirms a major plotline in the movie, where Vanessa confirms the Marionette is the only haunted thing in the Freddy's Pizzeria. This could be a mislead, as the Wizards are roaming in the back, deactivated in the parts and service room, which could imply they are also still in fact haunted. But this is a really interesting detail, especially with the two other photos of what looks to be possession. Then the video ends with the Marionette coming out of the giant present, and I kid you not, I freaked out. The practicality of the puppet in just this 2-second clip is genuinely so amazing. The movie model actually looks to be a lot sadder than the game's counterpart, but I'm already preparing for the puppet to be a straight menace throughout the entire film. This scene will take place most likely in the beginning of the film, but I wouldn't be surprised if the puppet will be shown off screen until the Marionette slowly stalks Vanessa. Either way, I could not be more excited to see the Marionette in live action and just see how far the paranormal aspect will flow throughout the movie, hopefully leading to some sort of possession. This is exactly the horror I was wishing for from the first FNaF movie, and now with the puppet and the withered animatronics, I definitely believe we're going to get the most jump scares and terrifying imagery the PG-13 rating can offer. December 5th cannot come soon enough. It's an amazing time to be a FNaF fan. Thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Hi everyone, how's it going? Angelo here with my final video before the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie. Today's video should be fairly quick, as I'll just be covering the latest news while marketing is on its final stretch. I'll quickly cover the review embargo from the FNaF content creators with their out-of-theater reactions, the new Fandango interview featuring the voice actor of Toy Freddy, Kellen Goff, and of course the voice actor of Toy Bonnie, Matt Pat. Then to end it all off with the final 1-week teaser until the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie release that reveals some of the craziest lore drops, revealing a terrifying new character. If you're new here and like what you see, please make sure to click the subscribe button, like the video, and comment down below how excited you are for the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie. No more yapping, let's get into the final news for the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie. Less than 1 week away from release, the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie marketing is in full swing, revealing new scenes and even giving us a sneak peek at a brand new character. Over the weekend, multiple creators were invited to the premiere showing of the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie at the Universal Cinemark. Some creators who attended were Dalko, Razbowski, Fusion Z Gamer, Rexter, FNaF, and Johnny Blocks, with a delightful addition from Kellen Goff and MatPat. The main crew shared a collection of photos to social media, and what is this? Multiple photos of the one, the only Mr. Scott Cawthon? There are several videos to watch online, so please feel free to check them out in the description below. A recent video from the FNaF movie Twitter page was released online with a pretty great edit going through some initial out-of-theater reactions. So here it is.
Be terrified for the new generation of animatronic horror. Here we go!
Guys, this movie is insane.
Absolutely phenomenal.
If you like the first movie, you're gonna love this one 10 times more.
Scarier, more lore, and you're gonna pee your pants a little bit. This is a movie for the fans, by the fans. It healed my inner child. The perfect theater experience.
I can't imagine watching this for the first time, like, on my couch.
I can, but it's kind of sad.
Right.
It was more scarier than the first one for sure.
Bigger, bolder, scarier. Five Nights at Freddy's 2, baby. It's the place to be.
If you think it's over, it's only beginning.
Now on to the Fandango interview featuring Kellen Goff and MatPat, where for 5 minutes they were asked questions in regards to Five Nights at Freddy's. The entire interview is mainly focused on playful banter, so there's not exactly the most lore revealed specifically for the movie, but here are some of my favorite clips.
Just along with the journey of this,
This is his nice way of saying we're older than dirt.
Yeah.
And as old men, old crotchety men, we're still excited to be participating with animatronic robotic bears. Oh, my dear friend, you've neglected to mention the 24 plus books that this franchise has spawned out, including the multiple coloring books.
Man, I like Mangle. Just again, really different body type, just a cool kaiju monster.
I've been getting that answer a lot today too. So
Mangle,
you're in good company.
Oh, awesome. Mangle's such a win. I gotta go for Toy Bonnie at this point, right? Because I am Toy Bonnie.
You know what?
I have to stump for my.
I was gonna
Toy
say, I was a
Freddy,
little surprised.
Forget that guy.
Toy Freddy's really cool.
Toy Bonnie is absolutely the king of all of them. Easy.
Now that Matthew Lillard and Skeet are both part of this franchise, what's the best Scream movie of all time?
Ooh. Obviously, Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
To add on, CG5 also uploaded a brand new interview featuring Piper Rubio, Josh Hutcherson, and McKenna Grace. This interview alongside 2 additional videos from another creator named Straw Hat Goofy, who actually hosted the FNaF 2 movie panel during San Diego Comic-Con. All interviews will be linked below, so please feel free to check them all out. To end off today's video, a brand new 1-minute teaser was released revealing some new content from the movie and a brand new look at a terrifying character. The video begins with a new look at Freddy Carter's character explaining the lore behind the Freddy's Pizzeria to the paranormal investigators. We get another clearer shot of the marionette being pulled up onto stage through the trapdoor with a crowd of people watching, which we do know the marionette is holding Charlie. We see the original Freddy's location sign from the first movie in what looks to be in stormy weather, indicating we will be revisiting this location. Then quite possibly my favorite part is the marionette jump scare we receive actually getting a great detailed look at the puppet's face. The transparent, oversaturated, and whited out marionette mask seems to be a jump scare. The marionette is going to be a straight menace in this film, and according to early reviews, she will be the standout character. The marionette's face is a 1-to-1 exact model from the games, and I could not be happier. Continuing on, we get a worn down Vanessa stating the toy animatronics escaped to presumably Mike and Abby. Freddy Carter is seen sprinting down the hallway through the doors, either running away from the animatronics, being the main culprit releasing them, or this is the opening scene where we know the paranormal investigators Tio Briones will be attacked by Mangle and McKenna Grace will be attacked by the marionette. We get a horrifying look at a mother and daughter cradling cradled together with a raged out toy Bonnie with murder in his eyes. Like, how far are the toys going to drop some bodies in this movie? Then the video ends with the creepiest reveal of what looks to be the marionette possessing the paranormal investigator, Lisa, portrayed by McKenna Grace. McKenna Grace has been heavily featured in so many cast interviews, and being a puppet of the marionette would make the stakes so much higher with the supernatural element, especially upping the horror. I'm confident this will be McKenna Grace's character Lisa, but I wouldn't be surprised if the marionette would eventually control Vanessa. There's so much to be excited about with the movie less than 1 week away, and I'll officially have watched the early premiere on December 4th. Five Nights at Freddy's 2 releases December 5th. Buy your tickets now because you're not gonna wanna miss. It's an amazing time to be a FNaF fan. Thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Hi everyone, how's it going? Angelo here, and I can confidently say I have officially watched the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie. Today's video will solely be my genuine out-of-theater reaction, which will persist of nonsensical yapping with absolutely zero spoilers. Then the second video will be a full spoiler review and discussion relating to every aspect of the movie. I will cover the movie from my first initial thoughts in theater to a careful analysis of what I observed and my many theories leading into Five Nights at Freddy's 3. That's pretty much all I have for today. You know the drill. Subscribe for more content like this, like the video, and comment down below when you'll be watching the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie. Okay, enough yapping for today. Let's get right into my spoiler-free reaction. So my first thoughts typing out this review after watching the film is how much of an improvement the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie is compared to the first installment. Five Nights at Freddy's 2 captivates its audience, throwing you straight into the horrors of Freddy's. This is a love letter from Scott, Blumhouse, Universal, directed solely to the fans, and the movie demonstrates this and lets us know this is for us. The opening scene brings you right back into the unsettling nature of Freddy's, honestly surpassing the first movie's opening sequence, with the night guard being pursued by the animatronics. The main producer and CEO of Blumhouse, Jason Blum, expressed numerous times alongside the director Emma Tommy, and even the cast, claiming this movie is scarier than the first. I can confidently say, this movie does not disappoint. Not every jump scare was successfully executed, but I will say at least 3 times my heart sank to my stomach, and one of those times I jumped out of my seat. It wasn't even necessarily a jump scare, but just understand there is a specific standout character who is absolutely terrifying the entire movie. Once you watch the movie, you'll understand what scene I'm most likely referencing. I will point out, if you are someone who is easily scared, this movie will terrify you. My girlfriend is a casual moviegoer and not exactly the most enthusiastic in regards to horror movies. She jumped at every single jump scare and was covering her eyes when a sequence was getting too intense. The eeriness in the atmosphere is dialed up to 11. Again, going back to the opening scene, also seeing a young Vanessa in flashbacks, and a couple more sequences inside the actual Freddy's location. The tone is a lot darker than the first movie, definitely focusing on Vanessa's trauma with her father, William Afton. The PG-13 rating, I think, is still holding back a lot of the kills in the movie. There's a specific one that occurs in this movie that did catch me off guard, and the sound design was gruesome and brutal. I know my theater had a big reaction. I do wish Five Nights at Freddy's can keep that eeriness just like the opening sequence. I think especially with the rating, having more unsettling scenes keeping the creep level to the max is really what I prefer and hope for in Five Nights at Freddy's 3, which I will say this movie definitely plays several pieces for the trilogy. There are some pacing issues that occur that kind of takes you out of the immersion. I'm not saying every scene needs to have you on the edge of your seat, but having something horrific happen then going into a casual conversation or leading into a joke kind of breaks that tension. Moving on to some of the standout human characters and new animatronics would definitely be Elizabeth Laile's Vanessa, Matthew Lillard's William Afton, then of course Skeet Ulrich as Henry. Vanessa gets a lot more backstory alongside her father, William Afton, and you really do see the trauma Vanessa had to endure. Matthew Lillard steals every scene he's in, especially as the Yellow Rabbit, but again, he doesn't have that much screen time. And honestly, I even think he has less screen time than he did in the first movie. I understand, they are definitely saving him for the third movie. Matthew Lillard is such a great actor. I wish they could have utilized him a tad bit more, but this does get me very excited for the next movie. Talking about Matthew Lillard actually brings me to Skeet Ulrich, as he doesn't have as much screen time as well. In the same way as Matthew, they're definitely leaving breadcrumbs and setting up those puzzle pieces for the third movie. Now, for the new animatronics on screen, I have to say the Marionette. The Marionette is the scariest addition in Five Nights at Freddy's 2, and that is not even a debate. She is on demon time the entire movie. Whenever the Marionette was on screen, myself, my girlfriend, and the entire theater was on edge. The Jim Henson Creature Shop, again, perfectly encapsulated the Marionette and just about every aspect of the animatronics all featured in this movie. The toy animatronics look menacing, and the voices actually go fairly well. I didn't have really any crazy reaction to the toys speaking, just having that knowledge of, oh yeah, that's Megan Fox. Oh, that's Kellen Goff. Way to go, superstar. And then yeah, that's MatPat, which I will say MatPat's voice really wasn't recognizable. I don't know if that's a good nor bad thing, as I wasn't really taken out of the immersion, so I would consider that a good thing. The withered animatronics were spot on and heavily inspired the actual gameplay mechanics, incorporating them into the movie. I will say they don't exactly have the most screen time as well, but they do have the coolest design. Overall, this movie is a love letter to the fans. Critics can have their opinions even if they're written by professionals straight up insulting the fan base. As a fan of this series since the very beginning, I was thoroughly impressed and entertained and freaking out in the best way possible, with an entire theater full of the same fans who I assume felt the same exact way. I think there can definitely be more improvement, and I hope if FNaF 3 comes to fruition, Scott, Blumhouse, and Universal can really hone in and end the trilogy off with an absolute bang. There's so many horrific events that take place in Freddy's, meaning there's still so much to explore in this universe. By the time this video is out, I actually will be watching the film for the second time and most likely taking notes for my spoiler review. Five Nights at Freddy's 2 is truly an experience to watch in theaters. Thank you so much for watching and supporting my channel. Five Nights at Freddy's 2 has been an amazing journey. I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Hi everyone, how's it going? Angelo here. I have officially watched the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie 2 times in theaters, and there is so much to talk about. Today's video will be my genuine, completely honest, and transparent discussion of the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie. I'll be covering every aspect of the movie, including anything in spoiler territory. If you haven't watched the movie nor want to spoil any scenes for yourself, please check out my previous video on the channel for my non-spoiler review. I promise I cover a great amount and as many details as I can to provide an insightful view of my theater experience watching FNaF 2. I'll be working on another video strictly focusing on the post-credit scene, applying my own theories where I believe the Five Nights at Freddy's 3 movie will lead to. That's pretty much all I have for today. You know the drill. Subscribe for more content like this, like the video, and comment down below your favorite scene from the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie. Okay, enough yapping. Let's talk about the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie. Five Nights at Freddy's 2 has one of, if not the best intros and opening scenes to date, having William Afton count down from 10 while the Universal and Blumhouse logo plays out, pushing the Showtime button and bringing us back to 1982. The entire opening sequence having a completely operational Freddy's was a pleasant side of FNaF to see, even though if you're already an established fan to the franchise, no, it won't last very long. The dread and eeriness of a young Charlotte noticing a little boy being lured to the back from the yellow rabbit was truly terrifying to watch. This is exactly how I wanted the entire movie to feel going forward. Physically seeing William Afton lure a child to the back, Charlotte going to save that child since no adults would do anything when she was clearly asking for help, then to be chased down through the hallway from the yellow rabbit. The audio visuals, the yellow rabbit approaching closer and closer to Charlotte, where she opens the curtain onto the main stage saving the little boy, but falls down to her knees, revealing 3 stab wounds on her back. What? I can't even believe we physically saw the aftermath of William's attack. It was genuinely so shocking to have Charlotte fall down the trapdoor with the marionette holding and lifting her up. It was pure cinema. Now, the rest of the film I wish could have kept the same unsettling creepiness level as the opening sequence, which at times does occur, especially with the marionette. First off, Freddie Carter's character, Michael, which we will get into that later, is as creepy as you would believe a night guard working at Freddy's would be where a young girl was clearly murdered. The Spectral Scoopers. Yes, that's the name of the paranormal investigators who we actually see Abby turn on the television, and I assume it's set to a local channel or it's some sort of broadcast. The paranormal investigators are definitely used to up the body count for the movie, but the entire time they were splitting up inside Freddy's definitely had me on edge. Tio Briones' character actually gets ripped apart from Mangle, and you see his body parts fall one by one through the blurred background and through his camera. Then McKenna Grace gets lured via the music box, where she then turns it off, as every FNaF fan knows that feeling. The marionette jump scares us, and Michael is very happy. Michael walks down the stairs to the marionette's box, and now McKenna Grace is actually possessed, and literally the scariest part of the movie. That is not an exaggeration. This is where I jumped physically out of my seat, because possessed crawling on all fours is absolutely horrifying, and there is no convincing me otherwise. Moving on actually brings me to a flashback scene with Vanessa telling off her father, William Afton, she's not afraid of him anymore, and his overall presence brings Vanessa back to her little kid self. There's a lot to unpack with William, who keeps stating Vanessa is his favorite, which we'll talk about in another video, but Vanessa ends up hiding in his workspace, and the most insane audience reaction in my theater occurred when freaking Circus Baby is revealed. I know Emma Tommy stated in an interview there is one specific character FNaF fans will lose their mind for, and well, yeah, because first off, Circus Baby looks fantastic. Okay, secondly, Circus Baby already has green eyes. Like it has sister location already occurred? Is entered inside of Michael Afton like the game's lore? Does this imply Elizabeth Afton did exist? Or is she now Vanessa for the movie continuity? Like there's so much happening here, but Circus Baby looks so good. Anyways, again, there's a lot to unpack, but I figured I needed to share this reveal since it's just too insane not to share. Sorry, I'm yelling. I'm just very passionate. The toy animatronics being introduced was actually kind of fun and made a lot of sense within the narrative, especially knowing the marionette is essentially controlling everyone, even though Charlotte needs security access from Vanessa. Charlotte uses the Faz Talker to communicate with Abby, which so many people, including myself, theorized would happen, and she actually uses Abby's love of Chica to bring Abby to the pizzeria. Vanessa finds out Abby's being helped by Freddy and Chica, again with a lot of references to Ultimate Custom Night with Freddy's fat fingers. This is where Charlotte uses Abby to unlock the security perimeter lock, as Charlotte has captured Vanessa with another crazy jump scare. Seriously, why just the elongated fingers and crawling? It's scary, okay? Then the toys are let go and left to ravage the town of all the parents who Charlotte blames. Another great scene is actually Mike Schmidt with Henry Emily, where, okay, I will point out that knowing the character is obviously Henry, yet nothing is really said, just that he lost his daughter and knows William Afton killed her. My second time watching the movie, I actually picked up Henry implying he worked with William Afton, as he says the line, "You never know, the devil's sitting right beside you." I thought this was a cool little detail to add, but but completely understand when a casual moviegoer would not pick up on those clues.
I mean, to be fair, I didn't pick it up on the first time.
Henry gives Mike a new music box he specially created for Charlotte, and that's really the last we see of Henry until the final end credits, where he ends up leaving a voicemail for Mike. More to that later. This brings us to the actual FNaF 2 gameplay mechanics being played out in the movie. Yes, finally, pretty much what the first FNaF movie could not do was have Mike Schmidt actually playing FNaF, and it is awesome. First off, we get a quick glimpse of Shadow freaking Bonnie, which myself and my entire theater witnessed. There is a security breach Easter egg on Toy Chica's face, which then activates the Wizards, having a lore-accurate Withered Freddy posing attempting to grab Mike, where he puts on the mask, and my entire theater geeked out. This entire sequence plays out really great and lore-accurate, with Balloon Boy pissing Mike off to the point he rips off his head and throws it down the corridor, which then reveals Withered Freddy and Withered Chica. And Withered Bonnie is crawling through the vents. While Mike is trying to turn off the wireless signal for the toys, Vanessa is attacked by Mangle in a really great coordinated stunt, with Mangle entirely covering the top of her car and forcing Vanessa to crash on the bottom of a hill on the side of the road. Toy Chica completely messes up Abby's robotics teacher, who first off was a dick the entire time to her. So honestly, I really don't feel bad when she straight up crushes his head and then says, just like I thought, there's nothing in there, or something along those lines, is absolutely diabolical. Toy Freddy walks through Faz Fest, which we do get some YouTuber cameos, which I definitely noticed my first watch, but I was mostly confident about Razbowski and possibly Dawko. Just recently, I found out 8-Bit Ryan and Baz were all included too, so now I have to go watch the movie a third time. Sorry, legally I have to. Toy Bonnie again does not sound like MatPat at all, and doesn't really hurt anyone in the process the same way Toy Freddy doesn't hurt anyone either. Now, we are getting to the quote-unquote final battle, if you want to say that, where all the toys are deactivated besides one. And well, could you have guessed it? The marionette is at Mike and Abby's house. The marionette has barely any screen time, and my favorite character freaking jump scares the crap out of me again, merging out of Toy Chica's chest cavity and possesses Abby. Abby, possessed by the marionette, is again just as terrifying as it was when the puppet possessed McKenna Grace. Abby has this diabolical laughter, and when we think Vanessa is cornered, Mike comes in with Henry's music box, and I cannot for the life of me tell if this is a reference towards Ballora or not. Anyways, the music box subdues the marionette, and all is fine, right? All is perfectly fine. Nope, because there's another reveal that the security guard from earlier, named Michael, is Vanessa's brother, Michael Afton. Okay, as a fan of the series, this was one of those name drops where the theater erupts, but also at the same time, very expected. Mike gets pissed off at Vanessa for, again, not telling him the entire story, and Michael states he wants to continue his dad's legacy, which is definitely a departure from the game, so I'm very curious how this plays out. Michael demands the toys break their bones, and surprise, the original animatronics that Abby was friends with in the first movie appear, absolutely destroying and tearing apart the toy animatronics. Okay, so for some context, I think I'm just yapping at this point. When Mike left the pizzeria, the toys were activated again, so Mike went to the original location that we see in the first movie to convince the ghost kids to help Abby as she's in trouble. Fast forward, and now the ghost children are taking out all the toy animatronics left and right, and I honestly could not have been happier. Look, I can admit, it's a little silly at first, but seeing the different animatronics, characters I've grown up with, on the big screen was the best feeling, and Scott delivered purely for the fans of the series. This is where the movie actually concludes with setting every puzzle piece up for the next movie. Michael Afton actually runs out of Mike and Abby's house, house, but ends up getting clotheslined by Jeremiah. Mike is then warned by Golden Freddy he will no longer be able to hold him, meaning William Afton, and that he will come back stronger than ever. Now, in this point in the movie, Vanessa did choose Mike and Abby over Michael, but Mike is still pissed. And so Mike grabs Abby and walks out of the house and tells Vanessa to stay away. Vanessa is left alone inside the house where the marionette comes up from behind, and the movie ends with Vanessa's eyes turning silver, now being possessed by Charlotte. The first end credit shows the first Freddy's location with crew members trying to steal as much merchandise as they possibly can from Freddy Fazbear's Pizza to open the haunted attraction, Fazbear Frights. Yes, every FNaF fan knows exactly where we're heading. One of the employees calls out to the others, finding a hidden room where we get our very first look at none other than Springtrap. The movie ends with a message from Henry revealing he is William Afton's business partner. And well, there we have it. There's a lot of information to cover, and as always, in typical FNaF fashion, there is so much to theorize about in regards to Circus Baby being revealed, Michael Afton's motive to continue his father's legacy, Vanessa being possessed by Charlotte, and the obvious reveal of Springtrap. Personally, to me, Five Nights at Freddy's 2 is a love letter to the fans. Seeing characters I myself grew up with throughout my entire life on the big screen, and every animatronic being practical and real is just so surreal to me. As a longtime FNaF fan, I could not be happier with how this movie turned out. Again, there's still plenty to improve upon, and I guarantee you once Five Nights at Freddy's 3 is confirmed, FNaF 3 will be the best movie in the trilogy, and I cannot wait to get more scenes of Matthew Lillard and Skeet Ulrich together. There's still so much to be excited about in regards to Five Nights at Freddy's news still to come, so please subscribe for more content like this. Thank you so much for watching and supporting my channel. I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Five Nights at Freddy's 3 is guaranteed to be announced, and we're finally going to see Springtrap in action. In today's video, I will be covering the entire post-credit scene for the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie, providing details of the events that take place, hinting towards the return of William Afton's Yellow Rabbit. I'll be explaining and theorizing where I believe Five Nights at Freddy's will lead to as the trilogy concludes. Like I say in all of my videos, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and comment down below how excited you are to finally see Springtrap in Five Nights at Freddy's. That's all I have for today. Let's jump right into the video. The Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie is shattering the box office, surpassing every expectation for the movie. The FNaF 2 movie ends its theatrical run on December 23rd, when FNaF 2 will officially hit streaming services. Knowing how successful the FNaF 2 movie is, guarantees we will be getting a full announcement soon that the Five Nights at Freddy's 3 movie will begin production shortly. Now, for what we have for today, the movie ends with a post-credit scene with the camera focused on a disheveled Freddy's sign from the first movie. A storm ravages the location before one of the crew members looting the pizzeria confirms the Freddy Fazbear's Pizza place will be demolished in the morning. The crew members are taking as much authentic Freddy's merchandise as they can before the demolition, also confirming the props will be used for a new haunted house. One employee yells out to Ethan, who ended up finding another hidden room inside the building. A line directly from FNaF 3 from Phone Guy saying, "I found one, a real one." When a tarp is placed on the camera with the three guys ecstatic about the discovery, stating it smells. The one crew member stays behind staring in distraught and concern before running to the other employees. Then the camera pans to our
our first official look at none other than Springtrap with his one eye flickering on. Let me tell you how perfect he looks even with the tarp on. Just wow, this is the perfect post-credit teaser and segue into FNaF 3 that we needed. Okay, I've been waiting to discuss this post-credit scene for a while, and now with the movie's opening night over 1 week out, now is the perfect time. Five Nights at Freddy's 3, we now know will still pit Springtrap inside of the haunted attraction known as Fazbear Frights. Assuming Scott, Blumhouse, and Universal will utilize Golden Freddy's warning to Mike at the end of the second movie, we will be seeing a bloodthirsty Springtrap. Matthew Lillard has discussed numerous times how much he wants to become Springtrap and how he has been held back in every movie with very little screen time. Matthew Lillard has also stated FNaF 3 will be the most violent of the movies, according to himself and Skeet over at GalaxyCon 2025 in Ohio. I believe Matthew Lillard and Skeet Ulrich, according to director Emma Tommy's most recent interview with Variety, will have a significant amount of screen time, and FNaF 2 was just the beginning. Emma Tommy confirms the post-credit scene with Springtrap was always supposed to be the case to bring the story back to William Afton. Also confirming the audio recording is a teaser to see Skeet Ulrich's return as Henry, confirming he is in fact alive and will be in the Five Nights at Freddy's 3 movie. I personally want the opening scene for FNaF 3 to either open with William Afton and Henry working alongside each other in Fredbear's family diner, establishing their very first creations together, or for the opening scene to showcase just how powerful William Afton has become as Springtrap. With the ending of the FNaF 2 movie, so many characters are meticulously placed in order to conclude the trilogy, which I believe will end in a fire. Fazbear Frights will be burned down as the same plot occurs in the game. It seems we could expect the Five Nights at Freddy's 3 movie to also potentially include story details from Sister Location, with the insane reveal of Circus Baby inside of Afton's workplace. Also Pizzeria Simulator, which essentially has Henry lure all the characters of Five Nights at Freddy's to a new location, burning everything past and present to the ground. I am curious if we will get another movie trilogy down the line, but to really capture at least the first trilogy's ending, it would make a lot of sense for Henry or Mike to completely destroy everything and everyone relating to Freddy's. I'm just so excited we got our first look at Springtrap in the movies, and hopefully we get to see a ruthless animatronic wreak havoc one last time. I'm sure Blumhouse or the official Scott Games Twitter account will announce the third movie's production very shortly, and I wouldn't be surprised if we get another quality look at the actual Springtrap suit. Five Nights at Freddy's fans have been spoiled with so much news. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!